Travis! Travis!
Not at the top of the show. Oh God. Oh God. Hey.
What's going on, pal?
Not much, man. Where's Hal?
I told him to move over so I could come in.
Okay. What can
It's
I
me, Harry T-Rex, owner of several Midwestern Pizza Hut franchises and Extreme Dinosaur. I love to have fun, baby. So I heard Backchannel is no more, huh, baby?
Yeah, we're shutting it down, at least for now, after today. That's the idea.
Oh, what happened? Did they say Travis really screwed up too much and they had to pull the plug on the whole thing? Ah, Travis, I give you a hard time.
Yeah.
I give you a hard time.
Yeah, you do. You do. So just come here to do that, or?
You know what? I just wanted to come by and said I've just wish y'all well right at the top of the show, because I got many appointments, because I got a lot of franchisees and I got a lot of pizza to try. I go around and I test every slice, every oven, every flavor, every topping in every one of my franchisees. But before I do all that, take care of my business, and then get on with my weekend where I've got a lot of fun planned. Some say a little too much fun. Like what?
Yeah.
Oh, like drinking a mega pint of wine, and then another one, and then another mega pint, and then getting behind the wheel of my monster truck, because I love to drive drunk, baby. Beep, beep.
Gotta stop that. Gotta stop doing that.
But Travis, I just wanted to stop by and say, you know what? Even though, you and I have had our differences, and you are not very kind to me.
Okay.
I just wanted to let you and Hal, I think Hal is back there taking a number 2, but I just wanted to let you and Hal know that I've had so much fun coming on this show. And you are both been so incredibly gracious, Travis. And even though you're rude to me every time out, and you criticize my lifestyle, my choices, maybe you're a little racist against dinosaurs.
Wow.
I don't know what it is. But, Travis, I want to let you know that I like you.
Thank you.
And I like you so much that I would like to eat you on the top of a chef's salad. Oh, baby. I would chop you up, your little fingers and toes, and use them like croutons. And then I'd put my favorite dressing on there, which, of course, is Thousand Island, because it makes me think about McDonald's and In-N-Out, because, they all just use Thousand Island on their burgers. Anyway, I would drizzle you with Thousand Island, and I would eat it right up, baby. Ow! I'm extreme. I love skateboarding, Mountain Dew, and then driving drunk. I'm a cool dinosaur.
You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right.
All right. Good luck. I'll see you over on Twitch.
Oh, God.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'll be there. What? It's twitch.tv/Hal Rudnick is what I heard.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, maybe I'll come on and do a review of that Jurassic Park. That new one coming out.
It's actually
there's a new one?
That would be the best reason you've ever had to come on the show. I think that's, yeah.
Let's just say I've already seen the trailer, and I am aroused.
All right, that's not That's not
That's
good.
oh yeah. Let me ask you this: do you ever watch a dirty movie, Travis?
Nope.
No. All right. Look at me, all buttoned up. Ooh, my name is Travis. I ain't never watched no dirty movie. Well, when it comes to dinosaurs, those Jurassic Park movies. Oh, let's just say I could put a little DNA in some amber. You know what I mean?
That's disgusting.
What? That's the plot of Jurassic Park. They find dinosaur DNA in the amber.
Yeah, I know, but coming from you, I don't like it.
Oh, I'm gonna eat your toes on a chef salad. All right, Travis, for
Yeah.
serious.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Great.
Always a pleasure.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Hal! All right, I gotta get out of here. I'm already a little tipsy.
Well, okay. Okay. Well, nice of him to drop by and make my life an unmitigated nightmare for the first 10 minutes of the show. I've never felt more settled in my life. How we doing, everybody? Oh, Hal's back.
Oh wow! Oh wow! I got a little. How'd I get this little mark on my nose? Travis.
Yeah.
Right as we were going live, he barged in. I didn't even know. I don't even know. I guess my wife let him in the house because he's a friend of the family, and he barged right in and hopped in the chair. He pushed me out of the way with his he whapped me with his tail. Oh boy.
Yeah, he
Oh.
certainly came in and did that.
Woof, man. But it was great to have him stop by on our last Backchannel show.
If you say so.
Oh, boy. Travis, you're here. Stick around. Don't go anywhere, Travis. It's great to see you.
I would. Oh.
Oh, do you need to go? Do you
No,
need to
I was just
go?
gonna get some water for in a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
I
Go get your water. Go get your water. I'm going to make a wish while you're out.
All right.
All right. We'll talk about it when you come
sounds
back. All right. All right. It is, well, it's not yet 11:11. I got it on my radar. I'm not going to miss 11:11 today, folks. Glad to see all these people in the chat. Andy McLean, Grass Puddle, Slappy McSlapperston, a.k.a. my friend Simon. Mariners Rangers. Oh, Simon's team going up against Andy and Stacy's team. Very nice, very nice. Let's see. Oh, Stacy joined the stream. Stacy, pleasure to see you. Oh, folks, it's 11:11. Go ahead, make a wish. Make a wish on 11:11. All right, I made my wish. Did you make your wish? Well, I'll tell you this, whether you are wishing on birthday candles, wishing in a wishing well, wishing on a shooting star, like the More You Know ads of yesteryear. Just remember, don't tell your wish to a soul. Otherwise, the universe will take your wish and turn it into naught. Turn it to naught. Because if you tell anyone your wish won't come true. Get it? So hope you made a wish. Oh, yes, it is our last show here on Backchannel. Then come Monday, we will take this little dog and pony show over to Twitch. Twitch.tv/Hal Rudnick. That's where you'll find us. And, yeah, more of the same, except now with cuss words. And I'll tell you this as well. For example, when Harry T. Rex comes back, which he will, and he does his Jurassic World Part 3 review, Jurassic Kingdom, whatever it's called, let's just say it's gonna get a little. I have it on good authority from my dude Harry. It's gonna get a little racy. Okay. I was messaging with my pal Simon Slappy McSlapperston last night during the NBA Finals, as well as I messaged with Travis, a couple other friends about the game. I feel like I gotta eat my words. That my prediction was Golden State in 5 or 6. I said, don't be surprised if they take it in 5. Yeah. Travis, let's talk about the game. Let's talk about the game.
Good Lord. I'm not as upset about it as I thought I might be because 10-point lead going in midway into the fourth, a really bad lineup adjustment by Kerr for the top of the fourth quarter, having Iguodala and Draymond out there at the same time, 2 non-shooters, didn't work. They got hotter than fish grease from 3, the Celtics did. And I don't think it's a fluke. I don't like what they did to our motion offense after the first. I got to admit, I was feeling pretty good after Steph drained 6 threes in the first quarter. But yeah, I think it's going to be a lot closer than your call. I think it's going 7.
I think so. I'm changing it. Boston in 5.
In 5?
Yep.
That's just...
That's how I do. I'm as capricious as a billy goat. All right? I'll change on the drop of the dime. I'll change with I will change at the sign of a light breeze. All right. Boom. Boston in 5.
Fine.
The wearing o' the green. Happy St. Patty's Day. Those Celtics are going to come in. Ooh, and they're going to make those Golden State Warriors kiss the Blarney Stone.
Well, good luck with that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, don't you worry. Where's our... And what about our lineups? We did a gentleman's draft yesterday.
Yeah. I've got that here on a small ticket. No, I actually wrote that down in my notes.
Where the hell is it?
I've got it.
Okay, so my boy Jaylen Brown.
Yeah. You had a show. You showed out. Horford drained 6 threes. Steph went nuts. Jaylen Brown went nuts.
Yep.
Yeah, it was woof.
And then who else did I have? Oh, Wiggins
and Clay.
Wiggins and Clay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? That's the squad.
Yeah. So game 1, you're looking great. Good Lord.
Yeah. Oh, Kyle Harlow says Hal will change his prediction again if Golden State scores the first basket of game 2. You know what? Kyle Harlow, maybe not that extreme, but my Boston in 5, subject to change. Subject to change. S. Friedman wished that we would all be here on Monday. You listen, S. Friedman, we are going to all be here. If by here you mean twitch.tv/Hal Rudnick, twitch.tv/Hal Rudnick. Going to get it 5. Oh, you don't think I'm bringing the cockadoodle-doodler? The cockadoodle-doodler? Yeah, emergency chicken. This one is weird, though. This one is weird. What is that? That sounds like a crying baby or like just a squeak toy. Stacy, I know Stacy is a big fan of this right here. The cockadoodle doodler. Stacy says she can get Twitch on her Echo show. Bam. How do you like me now? Damon is here. Charisse is here. Charisse, a pleasure to have you. Always enjoy when you stop by the show, Charisse. FYI, don't know if you're aware, this is excuse me, the last day Backchannel is broadcasting, but me, your pal Hal, bringing the show over to Twitch, twitch.tv/Hal Rudnick. My friend Travis, who's been a fantastic producer, oftentimes co-host, oftentimes just Johnny on the spot, repairman, go with the flow guy. Just a great collaborative partner and a friend. Thank you, Travis. Thank you, Travis, for everything, and I hope to have you over there as often as you can. Travis, come on back in. Why'd you go? This is the part of the show where you join us and we stick around until we go into the Twitter deep dive.
I'm all thrown off with the verbal abuse I got top of show.
You know what? Listen, it's the last show, and that guy, he insisted on being here. Let me put some salve on that
the microphone.
Let me put some salve on that verbal abuse.
Go ahead.
Okay? Mm-hmm. Not only are you a great producer and an excellent improviser of content and in the moment, not only do you bring thoughtful, funny, and well-versed opinions to the table, but you're also a well-coiffed young man, and a well-behaved young man.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. All of that is very kind of you to say.
That you made this journey fun. You made it easy for me. I can't thank you enough, Travis.
Already getting misty. It's 11:20. Come on,
yeah.
Man, say.
No, your contribution to the show cannot be. It's hard to fathom what this show would have been with a different producer or without you. So yeah, greatly you took a lot off my shoulders, just as far as keeping the show going, and making my job easier. So thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, man.
You got it.
Travis.
Yes.
I'd like to thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, right now, let's shift gears and take a moment to give thanks to my friend Travis.
That doesn't feel like a gear shift. That kind of feels like the theme of the minute.
And in other news, this is for Travis.
Thank you very much.
Oh, Travis, you know what? We were thinking about some of your quips and your funny remarks. And here's what we say to anyone who's anti-Travis. Not around here, folks. Take it elsewhere. Go peddle your papers, all right? Because Travis, just want to take a second and say thank you.
You're very welcome, and thank you very much.
No. Thank you.
Oh, boy.
Producer Travis, have I told you lately that I thank you? Have I told you lately that I thank ye? I thank ye, Travis. I thank ye.
You're welcome. We done? Is that?
Hey, thank ye.
Is this a pirate now? Is it
Hey, I'm Al Pacino, and I would
Okay.
like to thank Hooah, Travis.
That's not. It's not necessary. Impressions aren't necessary. Thank you. No, that's very kind.
Hoot hoot. Thank you, Travis. Hoot
Okay.
hoot.
Is that
Travis, my
right.
mother says, don't forget eye candy too.
Very kind, Mrs. Rugnet. Thank you very much. It's very, very kind of you to say. Appreciate it.
Simon, you're hurting my family when you bring up Michelle Rodriguez. Simon's hurting my family. S. Friedman stating a real truism. Hal does not know when a bit has gone too long. Can everyone in the chat please just say thank you, Travis? And so Travis can pop those on the screen one at a time? If they would. If they would. Cherie says, Travis, you've been awesome.
Thank you, Cherie.
Stacy says, Simon, please leave Hal alone. Thank you, Travis. You're amazing, says Charisse. Very nice.
Thank you, Charisse.
And I'd like to thank you for the roosters that you give me when I fall asleep. Stacy, here's one more. Stacy says, thank you, Travis, for providing the stare down. S. Friedman says, thanks, Travis. We appreciate you, Travis, and we thank you for your service, says Slappy McSlapperston. Grasspuddle says, let's just call random LA phone numbers and see if they will date Travis. I won't do that because I feel like that would make, I feel like that crosses a line. I had a boss want to arrange dates for me one time on a show I was hosting, and I'm like, no.
I don't like this.
Yeah, but Grasspuddle. Although I would like, that's not saying I wouldn't like to see Travis shipped or cuffed up or whatever you want to say with someone delightful. I'm sure Travis is he's a well coiffed man with a good personality, and I'm sure and he's got the height advantage, so just under 6 feet.
What am I, boxing?
He's got a wingspan on him. Listen, hey, with a wingspan like that, you ain't gonna be single for long. Thanks, Travis, for vandalizing the Mona Lisa. Oh yeah, remember when the Mona Lisa got creamed?
Didn't. I didn't do that. That's not me.
Oh, all right. Kyle Harlow, I think you might have your facts a little wiki-wacky there. I would leave Hal alone, but he keeps DMing me with pictures wearing different jeans on, asking me what I think. Listen, I just want to know, does my tuchus look fat in these jeans? Travis, I like to be a doofus, but I do appreciate you. I do appreciate you. I hope all kidding aside, I hope you know that.
Thank you. I do. I very much do.
Because I can tell you, again. Please don't. Okay. Good. Yeah. And you know what? And let me take just one more moment to just thank everyone on both sides of the chat here. Stacy, Charisse, Damien, anonymous web chat user. And then everyone, Kyle Harlow, S. Friedman, Grasspuddle, Simon, Andy McLean, Deborah Rudnick, our friend Rob Schaefer, the official attorney of the Your Pal Hal show. He's in Arkansas today. We miss him. We miss him. Today's accepted segment, thanking Travis. All right. What do you say, folks? We dive into the Twitterverse. The Twitter sphere, if you'd like to play along at home, we're on the website called twitter.com. Twitter.com is the place. And yeah. Let's get into it. Folks, trending topics. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So, the Depp Heard trial, people are still picking up the pieces. They are still just all over the internet with their takes on the aftermath of this trial. But I thought this was interesting because we talked about this. There's a toxic element here. There are Johnny Depp stans and fans who are like, you know what? They're making this issue black and white. There's one wrong person, there's one right person. Amber Heard wrong, Johnny Depp right. Like, if that's what you're taking out of this, it's such a mixed bag. It's a toxic stew. This trial is a toxic stew. And you know what? It's bringing out, I think this is an overused word because there's nothing wrong with being like a manly man. Nothing like, sometimes toxic masculinity, that term I think is used a little too knee-jerk. But that being said, if you are intolerant, if you use your quote unquote, if you start using your manliness as a cudgel, as a blunt instrument, then it is toxic masculinity. So people are out there just going hard on the pro-Depp side of things. You want to bring up the Washington Post stealth edited Taylor Lorenz report after YouTubers accused her of falsely claiming she reached out to them for comment prior to publication of her story about the content creators thriving during the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial. Got it. Go back to when people do post stuff trying to defend Amber Heard, they will lose followers. Both people mentioned in the same paragraph about the Taylor Lorenz lied about ever. All right, so you want to click on that, Travis? This says I didn't respond to requests to comment. I know I've gotten a lot of emails over the past 2 months, but I've just double checked for your name, Taylor Lorenz, and I see no email for you. Oh, okay. So, all right. So this is new to me. Thank you for finding this, Travis, so I'm not spewing misinformation. So there was an article from this woman in the Washington Post saying that it's become very fashionable and good for the click business for people online to post pro-Depp, anti-Heard stuff. But now they're saying that the people that she said she contacted, she never actually contacted. So there you go. Also, I didn't suddenly pivot. I started covering this before the trial began. The Washington Post lied and did not contact me before including me in their story on Johnny Depp, despite reporting that they did so. I noted this on Twitter today at 8:31. At 9:44, they decided to contact me after I noted this publicly. Interesting. Online posts were close to all pro Depp. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, it's just a toxic situation. This, you know what, this article about the toxic situation also seems to be toxic. It's all toxic. Are we toxic just talking about it? There's Kellyanne Conway. She's toxic. Dave Weigel got in trouble for tweeting a sitcom level joke about relationships. Meanwhile, Taylor Lorenz works at the second most important paper in the U.S. despite her record of dishonesty. American Journalism 2022. Kyle Harlow says this topic is intoxicating. Hey, boy, oh boy, oh boy. What's that? Let's click on that white box there, Travis. Above, scroll up. Yeah. What does that say? All right. Taylor Loren's original WAPO article says blank and blank did not respond to requests. Never contacted them. Dunking on lawyers in their content creator space seems hypocritical coming from a journalist who claims to champion YouTubers. Interesting. The content creator, here's what the article said. The content creator Elite Mazika earned $5,000 in 1 week by pivoting the content on her YouTube channel to nonstop trial coverage and analysis. According to Business Insider, that umbrella guy, an anonymous YouTuber whose entire channel is dedicated to pro-Depp content, earned up to $80,000 last month. According to an estimate by social analytics from Social Blade. Mazika and that umbrella guy did not respond to requests from comment. Aha. Content creator, yeah. All right, you know what? There you go. There you go. So the coverage about the coverage is toxic coverage. There you go. There, you know what? There you go. And folks, there you go. All right. Depp heard, and we talked about it yesterday, and it's a toxic stew. It takes two to tango. That toxic stew. All right. Moving on. Oh boy. Marjorie Taylor Greene, one of the worst. Just so many misspoken words, malapropisms. What was she had one yesterday. Oh, she was trying to talk about, like, I guess, I don't know if it was people being guinea pigs for vaccines or what, but instead of saying like that we're all in a petri dish, Grass Puddle has it, pop that up there please, Travis, she said peach tree dish. She is dumb as a box of rocks. She's dumber than this. She's dumber than this. Oh, wait, no. That's what I was going for, baby. So, yeah, what a dope. What a dumb dope. And also, she's an election denier. She supports the big lie. She was in cahoots with insurrectionists. She's a hate monger when it comes to the LGBTQ community. And now she is enforcing and talking about Christian nationalism. So, nationalism is an intolerance. The way they're trotting it out, I mean, it's paving the way for fascism. And Christian nationalism is an intolerance for anything other than this staunch Christianity that, like, listen, whether you're Jewish, Buddhist, Hindu, Christian, whatever, if you and your beliefs start infringing on people's rights, then that is a problem. Yeah. Simon's saying she's just a bigot, lazy, non-thinking, stubborn bigot. Go ahead, if you wouldn't mind bringing up the what we had posted there. All right, let's scroll down to Marjorie Taylor Greene. Let's actually let me read some of these. If you want to scroll back up for a moment, please. There we go. Let's start with that. Christian nationalism is fascism wrapped in a flag carrying the cross. I'll repeat what the FBI has already told us. Christian nationalism and right-wing extremism is the greatest domestic threat to our country. Yep. The dim-witted twit Marjorie Taylor Greene is touting Christian nationalism. Need I remind you that she was the keynote speaker at a Nazi rally in February? Oh, well, there was a rally where the organizer had ties to neo-Nazi group. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Terms like Christian nationalism and America First. America First was first used, I believe, in the 1940s by groups that wanted to keep World War II, keep America out of World War II as Nazis ravaged Europe and many groups in Europe, including Jews and others. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene says that Christian nationalism is nothing to fear because it's the only thing that can stop school shootings, crime, and sexual immorality, declaring that anyone who opposes it is a domestic terrorist. Like, that is so wild. That is so wild. Like, enforcing just it's intolerance. It's intolerance. It's intolerance of anyone who's different. If your religion is forcing you to be intolerant of peaceful people who are not hurting anyone, then you've taken it too far. All right, so you can have your peach tree dish with bone apple tea. Bone apple tea, I say before someone digs into their food. Bone apple tea. There you go. So Marjorie Taylor Greene doing Marjorie Taylor Greene things. April, thank you for joining the chat. Good to have you here. Stacy, sorry to hear about your hip. Grasspuddle says, whoa, school shootings and crime are bad, but sexual immorality, that can be good. And, this guy, J.D. Vance, the guy who wrote Hillbilly Elegy and who's he's going to be in the runoff for a congressional seat, J.D. Vance, He wants to make pornography illegal. Like abortion, pornography. It's like slowly sliding into the Handmaid's Tale, slowly sliding into Gilead. All right, moving on. Here is what seems to be a positive step in the world of gun control. There was another shoot. Like the shootings are happening every day, every day. There was the hospital shooting in Tulsa. There was a shooting in Iowa. It's bananas. But New York State, raising the age, uh, raising the age that you have to be to buy a semi-automatic rifle, raising it from 18 to 21. You want to bring that up, please? Simon saying he's getting like no subscribers on his OnlyFans. He thought adult entertainment had already been banned. I mean, you do bill yourself as the naughty Tim Burton lookalike, and then people click on your pic and they see you look nothing like Tim Burton. So I think you need to change. You need to change and rearrange how you're describing yourself, Simon. You feel me, dude? I'm not saying. I'm just saying. All right. New York lawmakers passed bills to tighten state gun laws, including raising minimum age to buy semi-automatic rifle. Simon will think about it. New York State lawmakers passed several bills on Thursday to tighten state gun laws, including a bill that would raise the minimum age to 21 to buy a semi-automatic rifle. I mean, I'll get behind that. I'll get behind that. Because the idiot terrorist, 18-year-old terrorist at Tops Market in Buffalo, 18 years old, Uvalde, Texas. Yep. Lawmakers also passed a bill that would ban civilians from purchasing bullet-resistant vests unless the individuals worked in law enforcement. Yeah, just body armor, tactical gear. What up? Is that deer shooting back at you? Good King Wenceslaus. Grass Puddle is a great suggestion for Simon, by the way, for Simon's OnlyFans. The Naughtiest Mariners fan. Gonna have to change my name from Trim Herding back to Tim Burton. What? Subscribe and round the bases with Simon. There you go. There you go. This is live from Safeco, is a not Safeco for work account. You know what I'm talking about? Safeco Field, home of the Mariners. So back to gun control. I am for common sense gun laws, baby. Steps in the right direction. Oh, it's T-Mobile Park now, LOL, says Simon. More like X-Mobile, triple X-Mobile. Stacy says, I hope you have a fun, entertaining life. Stacy, that's sweet. Thank you. Oh, and her hip is why she has to take the muscle relaxers. Gotcha. Gotcha. Gun control, nothing guns. Guns should be banned. That's the only way you're going to have real safety. I hear you, Stacy. All right. And Yeah, the one thing about the banning the guns is like, oh, you can still join the armed forces at 18, but then you're trained. You're trained. That's the biggest. Yeah, we've talked about that a little bit here. You're trained. All right. You know what? Let's move on. We haven't really talked about snacks yet today, and that's a problem. Stacy, what have you been snacking on? Did you house anything delicious today? Grass puddle. You snacking on anything over there? Well, Simon told us right out of the gate today, and I had it on my list. National Donut Day. Boom for the win. You know what? A donut is I love a donut. It's a decadent treat though. I'm one of those I'm one of those doofuses who will go like let's say there's a box of donuts in the break room. All right? I go in, duck donuts this morning. What does that mean? Like did you have donuts drizzled in duck fat? I don't know what is that? What is that grass puddle? Uh, but I'm one of those doofuses who open up the box and I'll break a donut in half and just eat half the donut. I'll just eat half the donut. Charisse, coffee, and an orange, but mostly coffee. Hell yeah, Charisse. All day, baby. Boom. Boom, my coffee. Listen, Daddy got to have his coffee. Uh, what's your favorite donut? If you could pick out one donut, what would it be? Travis, come on in. Let's talk donuts for a minute. Made to order cake donut that is overpriced. Yum, grass puddle. Living your life right. Simon says, give me a blueberry fritter. Travis, talk to me about your donut enthusiasm. What?
I like them. There's just not many that I can eat.
Right, right.
Yeah. Whole Foods does me right though. They've got they're the homies with that. Also, Donut Friend in Highland Park in
Yes.
downtown
Yeah.
LA. They have not
I've
only vegan
I've been
donuts,
there.
but they're based off of band names.
Yes, yes. Very cool. A lot of 80s new wave bands and alternative bands.
Yeah, the bands.
Yeah, shout it out. My mom says mini cupcake vanilla. The Joker is partial to vanilla. Oh my goodness. And coffee with cream. Oh yeah, gotta have some coffee for a nice dunk. You gotta dunk. Listen. Oh, I by the way, I don't know if my mom was pranking me this morning. I talked to her just about every morning, and I told her to watch the game last night so we could maybe talk about basketball next week on my show.
Sure.
And she said that tall guy was really doing well, and I was like,
Huh.
really?
Uh. Huh.
And I think she was trying to say, oh, you know, the tallest one,
Rob. Probably.
Robert Williams.
Yeah, probably Robert Williams.
Did,
I mean, he
did
had
Williams
some.
have a particularly good game?
He had some impact. You know, he had some flashy dunks when they would lose him on the defensive end. He finished. He was finishing really well, and he blocked the crap out of Steph once or twice. That was such a weird game. Like it felt so in control. And in the fourth quarter, it was just like whoa, whoa,
Yeah,
whoops.
like Boston was just like, nope,
Yeah,
clamped down, clamped.
clamp and just hitting shots. Ugh, God.
Yep, yep. Oh, did you? I meant to ask you. Did you hear Draymond's disrespect in the post game comments of Smart, Horford, and one other guy that was burying for Boston?
What do
It
you say?
was he was just like, all right, well, 15 threes came from Smart, Horford, and
Derek
one
White.
other guy, Derek White.
Yeah,
So he's like, yeah, nah.
that's fair. I mean, I would shut my mouth, Draymond. If Draymond, please stop. But he's not wrong. Also, like Derek White's been feast or famine, though he has the. I'm so sick of this dad boost thing. Anytime someone has a kid, they turn into friggin', Jordan and NBA Jam. It's
What do you
absolutely
mean the
ridiculous.
dad boost thing?
This is a real thing. NBA players, when they have a kid, they go on a hot streak.
Huh.
Yeah, that's how Fred Van Vliet had that in 2019. Yeah, there's a real statistical case now for when an NBA player has a kid, they've got like 3 months of like they just ate like a Mario star and running around like
Yes. Oh wow.
yeah,
He's on fire.
yeah.
Yeah.
They hit that.
Um, Name some famous Jewish basketball players.
Oh God.
Ronnie Cycli. Ronnie Cycli, former center for the Miami Heat. Uh, oh, um, what's his name from the Knicks and the Phoenix Suns? Amari Stoudemire. Amari Stoudemire converted.
Oh,
Yep. So I'll take that front line of Ronnie Cycli and Amari Stoudemire. Also, the Cavs briefly had the coach of the Israeli basketball team, a Jewish. Oh, Blatt, is it David Blatt? Who LeBron was like, yeah, nope.
oh yeah.
Okay, back to Sue Bird, Grass Puddle, and Simon say as well. Sue Bird. So listen, I'll take that big three team of Sue Bird, Amari Stoudemire, and Ronnie Cycli in Ice Cube's Big Three League.
I found the stat I was looking for. For example, Fred Van Fleet when he had his kid in June 2019, which was the Toronto Raptors playoff run, pre-father Fred Van Vliet, 20 for 78, 25% six shooting, 4.0 points per game.
Okay.
Playoff father Fred Van Vliet. I can actually just this is better with the visual aid. There we go. It comes from Worldwide Wob, the busiest guy on NBA
Oh, I
Twitter.
like that guy. Yeah.
Yeah. And playoff father Fred Van Vliet, 33 of 58, 57% true shooting, 15.2 points per game. It's a real thing. And we're witnessing it in Derek White, and it's terrifying me.
Wow.
Yeah.
By the way, Stacy housing on some pizza earlier with some sour cream and onion chips and some peanut butter crackers for good measure. Stacy, respect. Let's go back to donuts real quick. So, Grass Puddle says Shlomo Jordan. I might have to Snopes that. I'm not sure if that's an actual. But I like an old fashioned. I like a plain old fashioned donut.
Yeah.
Or a sour cream donut, the one that's like it's all craggy shaped.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
a sour cream with like glaze. Can you
Yeah.
bring up a picture of a sour cream donut, Travis?
to.
Would that be possible?
Yes, I can.
Thank you. But I like those plain, like very plain
these are
kind of
great.
cakey donuts. Yeah. Let me know when you have visual.
Sorry, get to images.
We're trying to get visual. We're trying to get
Trying to get
visual.
on a donut.
I also, a chocolate glazed. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, yeah. Like on the second row, there's some good, perfect examples. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby.
These were a favorite of mine. Absolutely.
Oh, daddy like. Daddy like it a lot. Do you like that?
Wow.
Voice?
No, I did not. I did not like that.
Ooh, yeah, baby.
If anybody ever makes it out to Los Angeles, I highly recommend Donut Friend. They do some wild donuts, all vegan.
Ooh. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Oh. How do you like me now? All right. So happy Donut Day, everybody. I can't remember the last time I had a donut. I don't, it's such a decadent
It
treat
is.
for me.
Even the vegan ones are like, this is sugar. A lot of sugar. I just
What's
saw
that?
in passing a Rolling Stone article
Yes.
titled "RRR is the best and most revolutionary blockbuster of 2022." Yeah,
Wow.
proud to be an
Uh,
early adopter.
S. Friedman says donuts are just sugary bagels. You know what?
That's fine.
The shape, the shape says yes. The shape says yes. Uh, I'll take a good sun-dried tomato or everything bagel over a donut anytime, preferably with white fish. Bam. I like an everything bagel. I'm an everything bagel guy with just regular cream cheese. Oh, and a tomato on top. Sugar bombs, iced in sugar. Yes, it's true, Grass Puddle. RRR is the Boston Celtics of movies. Okay, maybe.
You're hurting
I
me
don't know
there.
what that.
That's not
I
that's
mean,
that's
that
not a
comp.
nice thing to do. That's not a nice thing to do.
I mean, Boston Celtics are on their way to winning what their 19th NBA championship, where
18th
they when
and
they
one
take it
game
in
is not on their
five
way.
games, 5 games. Lock it in there. You know what? That's my prediction. Lock it in. All right. Let's hit another trending topic here, folks. Uh, ooh, the cost of chicken. Oh boy, for the birds. Uh, let's. The cost of chicken is skyrocketing. We have a soundbite from a chicken. Why chickens are getting more pricey worldwide? Chicken, the most consumed meat in the world. But from the US to Singapore, consumers are finding that it's getting more expensive. Here's a look at what's driving the price of poultry higher. From US to Malaysia, consumers are finding the price of chicken meat getting more expensive. Here's how global events could be affecting your fried chicken and buffalo wings. I wonder if owl would be a cheaper source of bird meat. Kyle Harlow. That's very offensive to my friend Percival. Ooh, what is this? What did he say? Hoo-hoo! I will find you, Kyle Harlow, and I will peck your eyes out. Percival. That's very mean to say to my friend Kyle Harlow. I don't give a. Sorry, we had to bleep out Percival. Oh my God, look at that dramatic paywall uh, graphic. Break these chains. All right, the third biggest U.S. chicken producer said the average selling price for its chicken was about 34% higher than a year ago, while costs for feed were up just 14%, driving its best earnings ever. Aha. You know, that's the thing. You know, like these shortages, like the gas prices, the gas companies, the oil companies are lining their pockets. It's like, okay, some stuff is going up in the cost of chicken, but the best earnings ever? Oh no, S. Friedman says Percival wings with honey mustard. Hoo hoo! Hoo hoo! Percival will fly down to Mexico and claw your eyes out, you mother. He almost said the mother F word. Oh. So, yeah, that's crazy though how the cost of everything goes up because of demand and everything. And the the suppliers, the companies use that as an opportunity to make bank. That's crazy. Travis, anything else there of note?
There's a video that sums up what's going on, and their first reason for this is war in Ukraine, because Ukraine is a major producer of corn and wheat, which is the main feed source for chicken. War has
Aha.
upended the production of the feed, causing prices to increase, and basically raising chickens is more expensive. Also, there's a bird flu outbreak.
Oh gosh. One more comment. I don't even know what that was. All right,
Over
Travis.
38 million chickens and turkeys have been killed since February.
Oh boy.
And let's see what else I got here. Malaysia halted chicken exports from June 1st. Wow.
Oh boy. So it's like a perfect storm.
Yeah, and also there's a 1,000-year drought.
Yeah. Oh, that too. That
Yeah.
too.
You
All
ever
right, Travis.
you ever wonder
Oh.
is this are we gonna be all right?
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah.
this is end times. This
All
is
right.
end times.
All right.
I
Cool.
am, and I thank you for hanging out with us during end times as we laugh and cry through the news. Hey, Travis, I'd love to take a quick break here,
Let's do it.
and then we'll come back and have some more fun after that. Don't go anywhere.
Oh.
Surely will have found you the amazing things you see. The cars are built to wonderful. How can such things be? A little science, a little magic, a little science, a little.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Grass Puddle says, I'm 1 hour into an 8 hour car ride with family. We haven't left the area and have bathrooms stopped twice. Where are you guys headed for the weekend, Grass Puddle? Let me know. I'll meet you there. Andy McLean, looking forward to episode 3 of Obi-Wan. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it. Pretty good. Some pretty good stuff there. Some pretty good stuff. Let's just say a beloved bad guy who wears a helmet and breathes heavily makes an appearance, but I'm not going to tell you. Holly Gutierrez, always a pleasure to see you. Holly, you know, I feel like this is the first time I've seen you in a few days here. I want to let you know that right here on Backchannel, we're not going to be doing this show anymore. The show is going to continue on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv twitch.tv/Hal Rudnick. Everybody, Monday, June 6th, 6/6/22. I will see you. I will see you there. Yep, that's right. Backchannel is going through, it was a grand experiment. So many cool people, so many great shows. And I think a lot of something that a lot of the folks here might not realize, this was the first ever live streaming entertainment programming interactive on the Amazon Alexa device, and we got it up and running. We had 12 hours a day, 5 days a week for months, and great content and good people as well. And I've gotten to meet some great folks. Live Every Day, Anthony Davis, Mario Smith, my pal. Yes. Tagline 6/6/22, the Hal Twitches. That's it on Twitch. Yes, Holly Gutierrez, same time, 11 to 1 And it's going to be just about, I'm going to try to keep the same schedule. If I have to take a day off or whatever, I'll let you know, because this is going to be on my own dime for now. So we'll see if we can develop this a little bit. Not to get too deep into the details, but it's going from a paying gig to a non-paying gig because I love it. No, I've been having fun, and I'm like, yeah, let's keep doing this and see. Let's just see what happens. So, you know what? Diving in, and hopefully Travis will be by Monday, and as much as he's able to make it. Hopefully, if it starts blowing up, maybe make it worth his while. But otherwise, just figure it out as I go along. But I've been having fun just, talking about what's going on. Back to sponsor begging. Yes, Grass Puddle. You got that right. Hal begs for a sponsor. Your pal Hal begs for a sponsor. Folks, let's keep the show going here. So Holly Gutierrez, hope to see you there. Twitch.tv/Hal Rudnick. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming by, Holly. We got Robert in California. Robert! Oh my goodness, Stacy's going off on Percival. Okay, so Stacy says to Percival, that's not nice at all. I hope Kyle Harlow is okay. Kyle getting a shout out from Stacy. I'm not going to let that happen, Percival. Wow. If Percival does that to any of my pals, I will kick the tail on Percival. Wow. Not only will I kick Percival's tail, because I will text Percival and keep him as a pet. Oh! Wow. Stacy. I like your spirit, Stacy. Let's see what Percival has to say about that. Hoo-hoo! Stacy! Well, that's some big talk. And Stacy, I will fly back to my nest, and I will be a good owl, because I don't want to get on your bad side. You're one of the best pals on the Your Pal Hal show, and I would like to be your pal, Stacy. Hoo-hoo! Hoo! Hoo-hoo! Stacy, please accept my apology. Hoo-hoo! Emoticons and swag, Charisse. You know what? Oh, Simon had a great idea. Travis, I don't know if we talked about this. Do you want to come in for a sec, Travis?
Eh?
You know what? I'd be willing, out of my own pocket, to buy a few of those shirts that we were reading yesterday.
Oh, God.
And give them away as gifts to viewers.
I mean, you do with your hard-earned dollars what you will. I think that's a very fun idea.
I think it's a fun idea. Like, who wouldn't want to? What was that? What was that one shirt? I only like dolphins and Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just too good. So, Charisse, come on by the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Hal Rudnick, and we're going to be having too much fun. Also, your pal Hal, now with cuss words. Shh. I mean, what am I? 10 years old? Don't answer that. Okay, a couple more trending topics, and then we'll get to our Twitter deep. One more trending topic. Linda Carter,
Oh yeah.
the wonderful 1977 Wonder Woman. She says that, talking about LGBTQ plus Pride Month, Linda Carter settles the Pride Month debate. Wonder Woman is a queer and trans icon. I accept it. In response to those who refuse to acknowledge Wonder Woman's influence in LGBTQ plus circles, the beloved Wonder Woman star firmly stated that the golden lasso wielding goddess is a queer and transgender icon. She would know, after all. Oh, Charisse says I should make my own shirts and swag. Maybe. Not a bad idea. Could I do it myself, or would I have to go to like a kiosk at the mall? It's a good question. But I like this. I like this. Oh, Travis, it's our last day. Maybe I should answer a phone call from a telemarketer. Let's see. Hello?
Hi, good day. This is Trish from Medicare Advantage. How are you doing today?
Oh, very good. Hey, Trish, you are live on the air on the Your Pal Hal show. Are you okay with being on the air?
Yes, sir.
Oh, all right. So what do you have for us, Trish?
Okay. So, sir, the reason of my call is we have a free upgrade to every Medicare plan. And please be reminded that if you can finish the update, you will be able to receive $147 cash back into your Social Security every month. And also up to $2,000 on dental coverage and many more.
Wow. What about pre-existing conditions? Hello, Trish? Hello?
I think we lost
All
her.
right. Yeah, I lost her. Thanks, Trish. Hal's not old enough for Medicare. Correct. I'm not. All right. So, who are some other gay and queer icons of movies?
In movies or
Like movie
characters? Oh.
Yes. Do you remember they said that the Babadook was a gay iconic
The Babadook
gay character?
is an iconic gay character.
And why is that?
I don't know, but it has been adopted.
Yes, I know. Here's the 30 most iconic queer characters in television history. Let's just look at a couple of them here before we move on. I mean, it's not a character because it's a person, like it's a real person. But I would say RuPaul is like 100% like a gay icon and is like really trailblazed
Yeah.
so much. S. Friedman says Linda Carter is 70, still a crush of mine. I mean, what a just a gorgeous woman, Linda Carter. Alec Lightwood and Magnus Bane in Shadowhunters. I don't know what that is. Oh, Anissa Pierce, Black Lightning. Oh, Oh, Blanca Evangelista, MJ Rodriguez for Pose. And MJ Rodriguez, I believe, is the first trans woman to win an Emmy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Connor Walsh and Oliver Hampton had to get away with murder. A lot of these characters I don't know. Oh, Ellen, of course. Ellen, who then it came clear was a mean lady. But Ellen, absolute trailblazer. Jack McFarlane from Will and Grace. Uh, oh, who was there was a gay superhero in the Eternals.
That's right. I don't know if they're really iconic though. Doesn't seem like a lot of people held on to that.
Mitchell Pritchett and Cameron Tucker from Modern Family. Those characters from Eric Stone Street and Jesse Tyler Ferguson. Piper Chapman, a.k.a. Taylor Schilling in Orange is the New Black. Laverne Cox as Sophia Bursett in Orange is the New Black, for sure. Why do they list Stewie Griffin? Stewie Griffin's, is he like a gay little kid?
I think they leaned into that in the later seasons, but I don't know
Gotcha.
for sure.
Oh, Titus Andromedon, played by Titus Burgess
yeah.
in
Yeah.
Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Very good, very funny. I would say Billy Eichner, Billy on the Street.
Yeah.
Xena Warrior Princess is held aloft as a gay lesbian
yeah.
icon.
We're talking about icons. That's really what icon means to me.
Yes. These other characters, it's like it's wonderful to have representation. But as far as icons, like RuPaul is an icon, Xena Warrior Princess icon in the gay community. So yeah, very cool, very cool. Pluto joined the stream. Pluto, welcome to the party. All right. Travis, underrated show, Kimmy Schmidt. Yeah, agreed, Grass Puddle. I only watched the first season, but I enjoyed it. Travis, let's jump into our Twitter deep dive. What do you say, pal?
Sounds good.
All right, this Twitter deep dive, final one on our Backchannel show. It's the Twitter account. You know what? Maybe this is a little bittersweet, but we're going to take a look at the Twitter belonging to Norm Macdonald. Norm Macdonald, folks. And Travis, you were saying that you watched Norm Macdonald's new Netflix special, right?
Yep, called Nothing Special. Norm Macdonald, Nothing Special. It was, if you're a Norm fan or even just a stand-up fan, it's a treat. It's going to it thinking of it more as a documentary, almost, than a stand-up set or perhaps a one-man show. But it was really neat.
Very nice. Simon saying that Ava Gray, who just appeared on an episode of Atlanta this season, is transgender. She looked amazing. It was pretty awesome to see all the comments saying how hot she was. Right on. Simon, sorry we're not doing AM PM. S. Friedman talking about gay icons, Batman and Robin. There might be something there. Grass Puddle, yeah, Norm. Oh, Norm. This is my official Twitter. I like bananas. They're yellow. 1.1 million followers. Norm Macdonald, who we lost not too long ago, and one of the just a unique voice, and someone who we didn't realize what we had till we lost him. And so we're going to get into his tweets. Some will just maybe scroll past quickly because he loved to tweet. And I followed Norm Macdonald for a long time. But Norm Macdonald loved to tweet just random sports updates or something in regards to bets he would make. Grass Puddle saying Teletubbies and Bert and Ernie. Bert and Ernie, gay icons. I would agree with that. Grass puddle, good call. Norm Macdonald saying, so yeah, a lot of random sports stuff that like out of context. I was afraid the game would be too close for the line, and I don't want to bet against the Bucks. I'll take the 112.5 for the second half total. This one, the over 112.5 for the second half total. This one feels like it might be A, go to overtime, B, real close at the half, and a lot of free throws, thus the over for the 4,000 units. There you go. That's his pinned tweet. Okay, and a lot of random golf stuff. Morikawa shoots 64. On DraftKings, one of the oddest props, Morikawa to miss the cut, I think he meant, not the cult, at plus 350. It took a long time to figure out the problem last week. I declared my pick as Morikawa. Boy, would my face be red. Evidently some inside knowledge on injuries. Okay, keep scrolling. Yeah, like Brooks Koepka, golf, lose 4,000 units, 400 juice. Great. Okay. Yeah, basketball stores, 99.99. Okay. Talking about a Phoenix Suns game. Bucks Suns. Oh, is that the finals? Yeah, talking about the finals. Yeah, just all these, just live tweeting a game. Live tweeting. And Norm, he enjoyed a little wagering. My mom says Batman and the Joker, war at its best. Top of the Empire State Building to you, Oh my God, my mom back in character. So much. So Travis is just scrolling through, looking for something other than an out of context sports take. Go back to that Hawks tweet and let's just start reading some of these. The Hawks win outright, but cannot get over the totals. It's a split for me. I win 3,000 and lose 3,300 for a combined negative 300. Bankroll 1,400. Okay. That's just talking live. Some of his betting. 155. 10 minutes left. A better way to say it from here is 60 minutes 10 seconds remain. Okay. Yeah, it's just like sort of these obtuse betting observations. Let's keep scrolling. Keep scrolling like you were, Travis. Scrolling through. R.I.P. Norm Macdonald. He loved a little action. Bogdan. Yeah. Last year's finals. Oh, Clippers. So it wasn't the final. Clippers win, and I win 6,000 units. There you go. The Habs lose, betting on hockey. Montreal Canadiens. Viva Carey Price. Viva les habitants libres. Sounded a little German. My French there at the end there. There, Norm Macdonald's very happy about something. Yes. Oh yeah, like I didn't realize just how in the weeds with this sports. Hickok is first, 20 feet away. Hickok misses, so I think he's talking about a putt. Incredible show being put on here in the 8th extra hole. All right, talking about like maybe a tiebreak hole. Norm once said, this is from Kyle Harlow, they say gambling is an addiction, but it's the only one that can win you lots of money. That's true. Did you hear that? Who was it? Was it Sandler? Who went over to Norm Macdonald's and found, someone was telling a story, it might have been Sandler, about finding $25,000 in casino chips in Norm Macdonald's refrigerator.
That comes up at the round table at the end of the session, the end of the special, when they're all talking about.
Very good. Yeah. Thank you, Travis.
For anybody who hasn't heard, the special is something that Norm taped before a medical procedure he had in 2020 that he wanted to get done in his words, quote, just in case things go south. He didn't want to leave anything on the table. And the special is just him framed like a Zoom call, talking to absolutely nobody. And then after it's over, it zooms out, and there's been a screening. And watching the screening was David Letterman, Dave Chappelle, Molly Shannon, Adam Sandler, David Spade, and Conan O'Brien. And then they just kind of take 25 minutes to just talk.
Very nice.
Yeah. I've got I got something that may kind of drive home the tribute of this better than his gambling tweets.
Yeah, hit me, pal.
Let me finagle here. Though this is honestly hilarious.
Yeah, just the depth and breadth of it.
Of his gambling.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was
It's
and
fascinating.
to what the story you're hearing is that Sandler found $25,000 of chips in his fridge, and Norm's logic was, if somebody robs me, they're not gonna check the fridge,
Nice.
right?
Nice.
Right after he passed, my friend Sasan, who is a speech and debate coach and also a black metal musician, Norm Macdonald was his favorite comedian, and after he passed, he had a pretty eloquent tribute that I felt does a pretty decent job summing up what makes that guy special.
Go ahead and read it.
All right. It's from Sasan Kisrahavi. Norm Macdonald became my favorite comedian the first time I watched me doing stand-up. He may as well have called it you doing stand-up because it spoke exactly to how my brain works and how I see things. I fell down the rabbit hole of Norm Macdonald YouTube. The clip that really made me fall in love with the guy was an interview he did with Howard Stern where he talked about going to a therapist for his gambling. The therapist told him to quit making jokes, which he'd never done before in his life. An hour later, time's up and he's sobbing, kicked out of the office, trying to beg and bribe to not have to be out in the cold New York's feelings. Like everything with him, it's horrifying to see it written out, but it was a very, very funny story. I saw him every time he was in San Francisco, usually multiple times the same weekend. I wanted to wrap my head around how he could be so funny while barely appearing to be telling it. The first show, he said the funniest thing I'd ever heard, so I couldn't even laugh. Content warning, it's a joke about suicide. Whenever someone died, people say the same thing. I just don't understand. You don't? What kind of cotton candy world do you live in? Sometimes I'll see someone still alive and I'll be like, really, Mike? Still? One of the times I saw him, I later told him that story, how it was so funny I couldn't even laugh. Later during the show, he called out to me and asked what the joke was. I say, say the joke. He says, well, not the punchline. And then he goes on to another one of his favorite jokes. Quote, Antarctica is not a continent, it's a bunch of ice under which there is land. If Antarctica is a continent, so is the Pacific Ocean.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. Nice to hear from a great fan of his. Thank you, Travis. Talking and some remembrances of Norm's movies, Screwed, and Dirty Work. There you go. Norm Macdonald. His Twitter is a posthumous remembrance of his life. There you go, folks. It's 12:30 on the Your Pal Hal Show, and now it's time for the summer movie preview. Oh, boy. Movies are coming out this summer, and you know what? Let's do it the old-fashioned way, folks. I got the New York Times, Sunday New York Times. They have a summer movie preview. There's Thor. Do you see him? Chris Hemsworth? Thor? Yee! Paul Tutillo. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Coming out in June. All right. Let's get on with this. And Travis, if you want to find any pictures to pop in the screen while I'm talking of any of the movies we're talking about, I love it. Up to you, my friend. All right. Let's start with All right, Crimes of the Future. This looks really weird, and I know it caused a lot of walkouts when they showed it at Cannes. Crimes of the Future. It's the David Cronenberg flick. It looks pretty wild, and Viggo Mortensen. And I love, like, I think I've talked about it before here. David Cronenberg and Viggo Mortensen have made some really good movies together. History of Violence and Eastern Promises, bangers. Crimes of the Future, dipping back into bio-ickiness that made his reputation and recycling the title of an unrelated feature film from 1970. David Cronenberg, directing from his own screenplay, imagines a future where pain is virtually obsolete, and per Kristen Stewart's character, surgery is the new sex. Oh, kinky, weird. Viggo Mortensen and Léa Seydoux go under the knife. Yowza, yowza. The Joker, he will make you. Oh my God, my mom is like deep into character. Crimes of the Future comes out June 3rd. June 3rd in theaters. All right, let's jump around here. Fire Island. Andrew Ahn directed the story of gay friends assembling for a getaway. The cast includes Joel Kim Booster, who wrote the screenplay, Bowen Yang from Saturday Night Live, Margaret Cho. June 3rd on Hulu. Oh, that's today. I am really in my own little bubble of thought that, like, duh. Okay. The Siege of Robin Hood comes out today. This time he's stealing your money. There you go. Thank you, Simon. Hollywood Stargirl. This is a Disney Plus joint. Comes out today. All right. Let's keep this going. The Phantom of New York. The Phantom of the Open. Mark Rylance plays the real-life figure Maurice Fitcroft, who tries to qualify for the 1976 British Open with what was purportedly his first ever round of golf. That comes out today. That sounds really fun. All right, let's here we go. I'm interested in this flick. Travis, are you interested in the new Adam Sandler flick coming to Netflix, Hustle? Silence. Just total silence.
That was actually my bad. Yes, in fact, I just listened to an interview he did about it today, and it seems like a very good time.
Yeah. Adam Sandler in inspirational drama mode stars as a scout for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Utah Jazz forward Juancho Hernangomez plays a basketball player from Spain who he hopes to bring to the big time. Queen Latifah is also in this. June 8th on Netflix. It looks pretty cool. And you got a lot of real NBAers, a lot of real NBA superstars, past and present, appearing in this. Hustle, coming to Netflix June 8th. The Janes. There are 2 films this year about the Jane Collective, an underground group of women in Chicago who provided abortions in the years before Roe v. Wade was handed down in 1973. Damn. One, Call Jane, is a drama starring Elizabeth Banks. This one, directed by Tia Lesson and Emma Pildes, is a documentary featuring the Janes telling their story. Damn it, if there isn't something that is relevant to today, it's that. Because women's reproductive health is under attack in this country, and it's a regressive move that could send abortions to very dangerous circumstances. Back to very dangerous circumstances. Horrible. America in 2022 regressing like that because of we just talked about Christian nationalism. That's how That's how it manifests, brah. If you're talking about Christian nationalism, brah, that's how it manifests. You got the anti-trans, the anti-abortion, thinking, you know what? Whatever gets you through the dark and lonely with your religion, I respect it. Listen, there's a lot of good lessons and parables and things to be taught in religion, dog. But it's also regressive and frickin' dangerous when it gets taken to these levels. The Janes is June 8th on HBO Max. Ooh. I know someone who's excited about this next film. I'm talking about my guy Harry T. Rex, Jurassic World Dominion. It's not as if anyone needed dino DNA to resurrect the cast of the original Jurassic Park films. In this outing, Sam Neill and Laura Dern join Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, the human stars of the more recent movies. Jeff Goldblum, who was in the most recent sequel, is also on hand. Colin Trevorrow directed. Many dinosaurs co-star. Oh, and I know my guy, Harry T. Rex. Very excited about that. Grasspuddle says, will the hustle be better than the air up there? I mean, I don't know. That Kevin Bacon classic? Probably not. Probably not. Because what is? Keeping it going. All right. I'm scrolling through here, and by scrolling through, I mean looking at what to. All right. Good luck to you, Leo Grande. Emma Thompson turned heads during Sundance for letting it all hang out beautifully. As Manohla Dargis put it, in this comedy about a widow who hires an escort, Daryl McCormick, to pursue the sexual satisfaction her marriage never gave her. All right, good for Emma Thompson. June 17th on Hulu. My mom, Deborah Rudnick, says, look at Milton Berle. Okay. There are also medical conditions that rely on DNCs to save lives, like tubal pregnancies. Yep. Thank you, Charisse. Appreciate that, Charisse. All right. Jerry and Marge go large. Bryan Cranston plays a mathematician who figures out how to game the Massachusetts lottery. Annette Bening plays his wife. That sounds super fun. That's on Paramount Plus, June 17th. You know, Milton Berle purportedly, how do I say this delicately? He was purported to be one of the most well-endowed comedians of his era. Lightyear. Woody the Cowboy's high-tech foil from Toy Story gets his own origin tale, with Chris Evans taking the place of Tim Allen as the voice. Uzo Aduba, Kiki Palmer, Taika Waititi chatter alongside him. June 17th. You know, this Lightyear movie looks a little serious. Like, I like the Buzz Lightyear and the Toy Stories. I don't know. It just looks like, you know, all of a sudden Buzz Lightyear is inspiring. It's like the right stuff or something. I don't know. I'm half in, half out on Lightyear. Half in, half out on that one. How do you feel about Lightyear? Any thoughts? Let me know. My Donkey, My Lover, and I. My Hey Buzz, why so serious? Thank you, Kyle Harlow. My Donkey, My Lover, and I. When this film about the mellifluous title Antoinette dans les cheveux, Laura Kalami won a César at the Cannes Film Fest for playing a teacher who intervenes in her lover's family vacation. Okay, June 17th in theaters. All right, keeping it going. Looking for some more interesting films. Spiderhead. Not only is the long-delayed Top Gun Maverick finally out, but its director, Joseph Kosinski, has another film in the can based on a short story from The New Yorker, no less. Chris Hemsworth oversees a prison where inmates, instead of being caged, are medicated with psychotropic drugs. Miles Teller and Journey Smollett star. June 17th on Netflix. That sounds kind of cool. Cherise says, wasn't the Buzz Lightyear cartoon also somewhat serious, I think? Was there a Okay, now, Cherise, you are reminding me of something that I don't recall. Travis, do you remember the Buzz Lightyear cartoon?
Vaguely. I never watched it, but I do remember it being a thing.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't recall.
I think it was like the 2000s.
Tim Rothfuss in the house. Tim, thanks for being here. The Zack Snyder version of Toy Story. Thank you. Simon says, it's going to be a lot of children at that movie, Hal. You would hate it. Listen, the Mandela effect? Holly Gutierrez, maybe. I'm like, wait, did they do that? Was that a thing? Berenstein Bears? Or Bearstein Bears? By the way, for Tim Rothfuss, Cherise, and everyone else, I've mentioned it before, I'll mention it again. This is our last show on Backchannel. Backchannel is calling it a day. The sun is setting on this grand experiment that is Backchannel, but I'm going to keep going. Twitch.tv/Hal Rudnick. Twitch.tv/Hal Rudnick. Somebody stop me smoking. I'm Jim Carrey. And other Jim Carrey quotes. All right. So, Spiderhead, June 17th on Netflix. Hey, love and gelato. Love and gelato. The young adult bestseller by Jenna Evans, which Jenna Evans Welch, becomes a movie with Susan Skaggs playing soon-to-be college student in Rome, June 22nd. Bruce Almighty then. Kyle Harlow. Nice. Bruce Almighty then. Bruce Almighty then. Very good. Oh, this looks good. Scary. This have you seen the trailer for The Black Phone with Ethan Hawke? Frightening. Ethan Hawke plays a serial killer who kidnaps a boy, Mason Thames, but a phone in the room where he's in prison lets him communicate with the ghosts, judging from the trailer, of the murderer's other victims. Yee! Yeah, that's a real scary one, coming June 24th. Oh, here's a biggie. Elvis. And we were talking about Elvis the other day, but in Vegas, the chapels are the estate of Elvis is not letting them use Elvis impersonators anymore. I mean, that's, you know what? that Elvis is doing himself a disservice. The estate of Elvis. Get Priscilla Presley or Riley Keough on the phone. Riley Keough. But anyway, the Elvis movie, very fascinating. It like big glitzy Elvis movie with Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks was one of the first famous people to announce he'd contracted the coronavirus. He did so from Australia, where he was starring as Colonel Tom Parker, Elvis's manager, in this biopic from Baz Luhrmann, who presumably takes his usual freewheeling approach to history and film style. Austin Butler plays the king. Olivia DeGeorge plays Priscilla Presley, and Kevin Harrison Jr. plays B.B. King. June 24th in theaters. All right, let's flip over to the other page here. Oh, yeah. Got some... All right. Looking at... I'm taking care of business. Hanks. Remember Priscilla commented on the movie a while ago? Oh, what'd she say, Grass Puddle? This one's interesting. Travis, come on in. Let me know. Do you have any interest in this?
Huh?
Tell me if you have any interest in this flick. Rise. This drama tells the story of the Antetokounmpo brothers, Greeks who became professional basketball players, two for the Milwaukee Bucks. June 24th on Disney Plus.
I saw the trailer. It's like kids film, straight to Disney Plus. I'm good. I don't think I'll watch it, but good for them. Good for them.
All right. Why are you hating on the Greek Freak?
I'm not hating. Just judicious with my time.
You're not congratulating.
I just said good for them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I stand corrected. Thank you. Oh, but here's...
How many more movies are there in the paper?
Oh, a ton. I'm skipping over a lot of them. Oh, here's one that's right up Travis's alley.
Uh-huh.
Minions, The Rise of Gru. You're a Minion head, right? Right.
Not
man?
even a little bit.
Not even a little bit. Wondering how the Minions villain Gru got to be so groovy? The Steve Carell voiced character gets it an origin story, July 1st. Travis, I will see you there.
Yeah, you really won't.
Sniper, The White Raven. Made before the Russian invasion in February, this Ukrainian war drama tells the story of a physics teacher who becomes a sniper in the Donbass region. Its distributor says that the actual members of the Ukrainian armed forces appear in it large-scale scenes. July 1st, on demand. Looking for some other... Thor, Love and Thunder. Coming to theaters July 8th. Does Viking God things, or at least Marvel Cinematic Universe things, in the fourth Thor, the Thorth movie centered on Chris Hemsworth's character. Tessa Thompson, Christian Bale, Natalie Portman co-star. Taika Waititi directed. Don't Make Me Go. John Cho plays a dying man who bonds with his teenage daughter, Mia Isaac, on a road trip. The actress Hannah Marks directed. July 15th on Amazon Prime. DC League of Super Pets. Comic book movies are really getting into the deep cuts. This is true. Dwayne Johnson provides the voice of Superman's dog, who presses a group of shelter pets into service on a mission to rescue the Justice League. John Krasinski, Kevin Hart, Vanessa Bayer among the vocal talent. Yeah, you know what? I see a lot of superhero movies. Don't know if I need to see that one. I think that one might be for the kiddos. House Party? Where's Kid and Play? LeBron James is among the producers of this remake or reimagining, the studio says, of the original House Party, which was a banger of a movie. July 28th, HBO Max. That sounds very fun. Oh, Bullet Train. This looks good. Bullet Train. Brad Pitt plays an assassin trying to retrieve a briefcase on a train in Japan. Yeah, Travis?
This is getting Kaufman-esque.
Oh, this bit?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in. I'm all in on it. I just want to reference to the room that we're entering Kaufman territory.
All right, I'm just reading movies that are
We
coming
have
out.
2 minutes left. We have one at all, forever.
Well, we're coming back Monday.
Yeah, but you know who isn't? Someone very special that wants to say goodbye.
Well,
Not me.
I know we're okay. Folks, Travis is telling me to stop this. For the past how many days in a row, we bring in our great friend Mario, who I'm going to be on his show at 1:15.
I don't have anything to do with that. It's not my department.
Yeah. You know what, Travis, and what I say is more Mario is good Mario. Any Mario is the best Mario. We love Mario Smith here. And it's like we just began to know him. We just started doing a segment every Friday. And he's a competitor in the Backchannel Fantasy Baseball League. He's a Renaissance man and just a great all-around fella. Welcome to the show. Your friend of mine, Mario Smith.
Man, it was really fun. Too bad this, had to shut down so soon. Hell!
Mario, what era is that Chicago hat from?
Okay, so this was a hat from 1919, but they wore it in the 1950 All-Star game.
Gotcha. Very cool.
That's a deep cut.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
One of my favorite White Sox hats ever. Too bad they don't play as good as this hat looks, because they're troubling me.
Yeah, that's a good looking hat with a nice font.
Yeah. Look, I didn't want to stay on long, and I know that you guys were like, Sharice, I will tell you what I was doing. No joke. I was updating my Twitch stuff.
There you go.
I'm like, that might not be such a bad idea. I've got thoughts. I've got a lot of friends in the business, like Hal Rudnick. I've got thoughts.
Yes, sir.
I'm not gonna hang long, man. I know that that you guys said I could, but I'm not gonna. I wanted to just say in front of everybody that's watching your show how valuable you've been to this network, and how it just sucks that this ends this way. But the best part about all of these endings are that there's always another beginning. The way things happen, I don't know. I just know that whenever something like this has happened, where it's an ending, there's always something new that happens that's probably even better than what you left. So I wish you every bit of well. Guess who's watching Twitch TV now that I know you're going to it? Me. I will be watching. I can't wait. I've already hit the follow button on you and everything. I'm so excited for what you're going to do. And I mean, we'll be talking to each other, I'm sure, a lot, especially because miraculously, I'm still in second place in the Backchannel Baseball League.
Hell yeah!
Are we changing the name, or we're gonna keep it just to fuel our fire?
You know what? Maybe I'll pull the league.
Oh God!
What do you think we should do, Mario? Change the name?
No, I say keep it.
Okay, keep it.
Keep it.
That's where we met. That's where we met.
Why is Travis's mom torturing me? She says she loves me, but not in that way. What am I supposed to do?
Oh, my goodness.
How am I supposed to take this information?
Well, my mom came in and called Travis eye candy.
Travis is a handsome man. Look at Travis just gave me the
There we go.
don't ever
Sorry,
do that
trying to figure
look.
this out. My bad. Well, here's an easy question. Do you have any plans to travel to rural Nevada in the near future?
No.
All right, you're good. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
No, I'm safe, man. I ain't going to Nevada no time soon.
Thank you, S. Friedman.
Thank you, everybody. I'm gonna miss
Charisse.
you, man. And this was a lot of fun. And thanks for letting me jump on your show. I think you should say a proper goodbye to folks though, and take as much time as you need. It's not like
Thank
they're
you,
gonna
Mario.
fire us. I think we're good.
Mario, I'll see you around a quarter after.
Absolutely.
All right.
Peace,
thank you, brother.
everybody. Thank you.
Mario Smith. Very fortunate to know this gentleman. Very fortunate to know him. All right. Folks, you know what? That's our show. We have one more segment, a rejected segment, which is it would have been 10-minute, a long drawn out thing of Hal takes a calamitous ride on a glass bottom boat. Oh, look at this boat, very sturdy. I only thought a glass bottom boat was a euphemism for, never mind, I'm not going to say that. Let's see how hard I'm going to stomp on the floor. I'm stomping on the floor of the glass bottom boat. So that glass bottom boat ride really ended poorly. It's a much longer segment. I have had so much fun right here on Backchannel. I'm so lucky to have connected with old friends, made many new friends. And I'm so lucky and I've had so much fun that we are going to keep the party going. The rooster will crow Monday, June 6th, 11 a.m. on the West Coast, 2 p.m. on the East Coast. Thank you, everybody, for hanging with us. Travis, come on in. Anything you'd like to say?
It's been great. It's been real. Can't wait to do it again.
All right. I like it. I like it. Travis, thanks again, brother. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Stacy, David in Minnesota, Marquise in Washington, Damian in Maryland. And remember, you can find us on twitch.tv/Hal Rudnick for the dawning of a new era, now with more cuss words. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks again for being a part of this really fun ride. Now, we got in store for you The Drive with Mario Smith. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Today is a very special day. It's Friday. That's always special. But this is also the last episode of The Drive. And we're going to do what we've done for the last almost 6 months, 4 days short of 6 months. And we hope that you guys will hang out with us today. Yeah, we'll talk. Don't worry. Everybody in California, Backchannel, watch today. This is it, you know. Catch you guys in a second. Hey, Gliss, start the show. Live from the third largest city in the United States of America, Chicago, Illinois. This is The Drive with Mario Smith. I'm Mario Smith. How you doing? Happy Friday, everybody. We are here on the last episode of The Drive. And I am very honored to be the person to cut the power off for Backchannel for now. The network is doing different things. And I salute them for doing this thing. It has been a eye-opening experience, to say the least. We leave with no bitterness. Leave with a lot of empty bags, if you will. But we were here to do a thing, and we did it. And I'm very happy that I was asked to be a part of this. In saying that, there's no way in the world that I am savvy enough to do any of this stuff without Jonathan Glissmeyer. And Jonathan Gliss is in Beaverton, Oregon. What's up, man?
How's it going, Mario?
You know what? Get on the big screen, buddy, for a second. I'm good.
Good.
It's good to see your face, man. I'm sorry I did not have a phone conversation with you today because look at you. Because I was at my other job. I was at my other job. There was a graduation there tonight, so I had to go help set up. I've been thinking about this all day. About how this ends, and do we do a Men in Black flash the light in the camera and then cut everything off, or just say goodbye very gracefully? And I choose the side of grace today. I want to just do what we do. It was good. I really did not want to take any time from Hal other than to say goodbye so that he can tell his people goodbye. And he's going to be here in a few minutes anyway, and we'll get a chance to talk and stuff. But I just want to thank you, man. It's been a very interesting experiment. Not an experiment in terror, but a very interesting experiment, to say the least.
It has been. Yeah, it's been a whole hell of a lot of fun. So that's probably, the hardest part for me on a personal level today is just, it sucks to not be looking forward to doing this again next week.
Yeah, that's going to be weird. I'm not, I don't know. It's going to be weird. I think the best part about all of this is that we did it. This was we had no idea. We got together on one call, and then I think in an email or a text or something, it's like, we're going to do this, 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 and this. We're going to call it this, 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 and this. I'm going to do these things, and then you take it from there. And he said, I got you. And we put it together, not without trial and error, not without us finding our feet, in our foundation, but we were doing well, and we did good. I like to think we did good. This isn't I want everybody to know it's not a reflection on any of the shows that were on Backchannel. They just decided to go in a different direction, which is fair. And by God, they can do that. It's not the Mario Smith network yet, but they can do that. And I to say that I'm not appreciative would be me lying. I am appreciative of it. I just wanted it to keep going for a little while, just to see how much more we could do, and just to see how we could maybe take this and make this a real thing in our internet world. But all that said, man, this has been a hell of a lot of fun, and it's cool to be able to look people in the camera's eye and say things to them that I think are meaningful things, and could not have done any of this crap without you, man. So thank you again, a million times. Thank you.
For sure.
Sharice is saying no, go to Twitch. and not that I need to take a vacation, but I just mentally need to separate myself for a minute. Twitch is probably happening in one form or another. Thankfully, I'm busy, so I'm around. If you're interested, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Mario and Hyde Park. I'm around, and it's nice to see you too, Sharice. Thank you. And everybody that's in the back room. Marnie, good afternoon. David, Damian in Maryland, Marquise in Washington. David is in Minnesota. It's his first time. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. If you're watching us on YouTube, like Sharice is, thank you so much. Grass Puddle is here. Thank you, guys. The idea, whenever I have a chance to open a microphone and do something like this, when I'm not trying to hide my face like I was the first 3 episodes of the show, the idea is to be informative, and to pass information on, because we live in a world that's weird. And the more we can center ourselves on things that are right, the better we are in being able to deal with the world we live in. And I think Backchannel gave all of us, everybody that worked here, a chance to do something like that. So the frustration in that we can't complete the task is just that, it's frustration. It's not bitterness and it's not anger. It's just frustrating because I feel like this is such a necessary vehicle. Not the drive necessarily. I mean, backchannel.tv and what we were doing. And the idea of us coming out of nowhere, everybody, and the pairings of folks made for nice entertainment and made for interesting programming. So it will be an interesting show, and it will be quick. I have the feeling it's going to go way faster than they normally do. Hal Rudnick is going to join us in a little bit. If Travis is still around, you can hop back on the restream. In fact, anybody that's at Backchannel today, come on now. What are they going to do? Fires? Just hop on the restream and jump in, and let's all say goodbye together before we officially shut things off around 5 minutes to 6 o'clock Eastern time. Let's take a break now. And when we come back, we will have Hal Rudnick on, and we will talk sport. We're probably going to talk about everything but sports today. We're going to drag Gliss in too. Oh, by the way, I am not gone. I'm not disappearing. Sharice asks if I have a website. If you go on Instagram, my link tree is there, and you can find all the stuff that I'm doing. And that's the best way to keep up with me. Twitter and Instagram, and the radio show that I do, you can listen to that online. It is a terrestrial radio show, but we have an online presence, so you can listen to that on Thursdays. And I'm in a movie. Gliss, did I tell you I got cut out that TV show?
No, you didn't.
Yeah. I
What's up
am
with
not
that?
going to be on the Shy.
That's not right.
I'm on the cutting room floor. I don't know. I thought I made a good cameraman. I was taking pictures, but Disney gave me a check. Finally, after all these years. Oh yeah, that's right. And I play Wordle every day too. So you can keep up with my Wordle updates on Twitter. That's funny. But yeah, man, let's take a break. Hal will be coming up in a second, and then we'll talk to Hal. And today's a good day, and we're gonna end this bad boy with a bang. And we thank you guys for watching. We really do. This is The Drive with Mario Smith here on Backchannel.tv, YouTube, and you're listening and watching on your Echo supported devices. Gliss and I will be right back after these words. Scratching my nose. What's up, y'all? It's Mario. We are going to be joined by Hal Rudnick shortly. Hal from the Your Pal Hal show. Hal's moving over to Twitch. I was just working on, man, I was furiously working on my Twitch account, you guys. So we'll probably be doing something like that. And I mean, although I am in Chicago, I'm kind of around. I see Gary's like, say what? Yeah, they filmed the episode of The Shy in March here. My friend Quincy Gosfield and his husband. Uh, they filmed the episode of The Shy here, um, and in Hyde Park, um, and everybody. I mean, when I tell you, Gary, everybody was in it. Everybody was in it, and it cut my part out, and it cut a couple of people, a bunch of us out actually. But they're being invited to come back to film again, and we're gonna do it. Andy McLean, my Twitch is Mario in Hyde Park. Am I right? Yeah. Let me just make sure. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Huh. But yeah, they cut the episode into a billion different pieces. So I was filming at the Silver Room, and that part is gone. So it happens. No big deal. We keep it moving. You know me. I'm not I'm not beyond popping up on TV again one day. Yes, Andy, it's twitch.tv/Mario in Hyde Park. There's no content on it yet, but I will be building it. So Mario in Hyde Park for Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter. There you go. Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter. I would like to ask everybody. That's okay. Look, let me tell you what Disney does, though. Oh boy, I hope I don't get in trouble. So when you sign on for a show with them, and it was because of COVID, you have to watch a almost hour-long movie. It was like watching one of those movies with HR. You have to you have to watch this hour-long movie. I didn't have a speaking part or anything. It was just me. I was a cameraman in the Silver Room. But you watch a movie and then they test you at CineSpace downtown or on the west side. CineSpace, by the way, is a sprawling complex that they film Chicago PD, Chicago Med, everything there. And then it was fine. The check was small. It didn't have mouse ears on it, which I wanted because I wanted to frame it and break glass that check, but I didn't. But anyway, you never know. I'm in a movie that is making the rounds in the film fest circuit. It's called It's Different in Chicago. It's produced or directed by David Weathersby. It's about house and hip hop and how it's germane to the city of Chicago. It's a really cool movie. I hope you guys get a chance to see it. It will be widely available soon. But it's called It's Different in Chicago. I mean, that's kind of what I do. I'm just around. You never know where you might see me. But you will see me again. I'm pretty sure of that, player. Do we have Mr. Rudnick?
Yes, he is ready to go. You ready?
Yes, let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, your pal Hal, still in the Los Angeles studios, because he really doesn't want to sit there any longer, and I'm not going to keep him forever. It's Hal. What's up, man?
Always great to see you, my friend.
Absolutely. So, I know we talk sports all the time and stuff, but I'm just, this is a weird day. That's so weird for you because you're going to actually pick it up again and run with it on Monday on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/Hal, capital H, Rudnick, capital R, because I did the other way, and it's not you. It's someone else. Oh. Yeah. So a few Hal Rudnicks on there, apparently.
Really?
Like it's a bunch of Mario Smiths on there too. I had to do I didn't want to do Mario in Hyde Park for everything, but that's just the easiest way for people to find me. So.
Oh wow, I'm gonna have to investigate that.
Yeah, but I am really excited that this is getting ready to happen. And I this is just a weird ass day.
It is. Listen, I feel like, at this point, though in life I've had so many disappointments and good things, bad things, in between things, entertainment wise, career wise. So, it's I think you said it best earlier, Mario. This door closes, another one opens.
It always happens.
Yeah, where are we going? What are we doing? It's on our way to somewhere else. We'll have more fun. Hi, Charisse. We'll have more fun here. Uh, coming up on Twitch on Monday, and we'll do that until we decide to do something else, or something else happens, or another opportunity arises. But yeah, it is. It's bitter. It's a bittersweet day for
I
sure.
think that's the word. Because again, I'm not mad. I just like, damn, you know how if you, it's like when you're learning how to cook and the recipes or the whatever one recipe you're trying to nail, every time you do it, it gets better and better to the point where you're like, this is it. This is exactly how I can do it. I can do it without looking at it. I can put all the ingredients together and I could bake it and it would be perfect without even thinking about it. And it was getting still figuring the recipe out, but it was tasting better, if you know what I
I
mean.
hear you. I have that exact same feeling about the show that we were doing. That I was talking about it yesterday. We started like we were doing trivia contests
Yeah.
with no one answering.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like that Zen koan where they say if a tree fell in the woods, no one was there to hear it. Would it make a noise?
Right.
If a trivia contest is conducted with no one to answer the trivia questions, dot dot dot. Yeah. So we really started to find our footing. I started to feel more and more comfortable just speaking into the microphone
Right.
and giving my thoughts without sounding too off base. And yeah, it felt like we were just warming up.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, I also look at like I said before, I look at these things like, I didn't expect this to happen. I was leaving, no joke, I was leaving my radio station where I work on Thursdays, Lumpin' Radio. I was walking down the street. The gentleman that owns Lumpin' Radio goes, "Hey, they're trying to do this radio thing. You're interested?" And I go, "Tell me a little bit more about it." And he gave me the smallest, Ed Mark, God bless you, gave me the smallest detail. And I said, "That sounds like that could be fun. Yeah, I'm down. Why not? Let's see what happens." And we worked some stuff out. Honestly, I'm grateful that Backchannel didn't say you can't do your radio show anymore, and I was still able to do what people here in Chicago know me for. I think that was baller. I probably took myself out of the game a little bit by not doing a 5 day a week program, but they allowed me to still do it and to talk about my show on the radio here and stuff. So I don't, I regret is a terrible word to me. I just try not to use regret if I can help it. I don't have any I don't have any misgivings. I just really wanted us to run through the tape and see what happens. Like these Friday shows are so goofy. This is the most serious we've been on a Friday in 6 months. Even when we were trying to not be serious on Fridays, it's a wrap every time.
I
But
feel you. I feel
yeah,
you.
but it's gonna be okay.
Uh,
Marnie
yeah.
is asking, is back channel gone? No, back channel is going to do different things, but the format that you're watching now is gone. This is the last day of it, and at 5 minutes to 6 Eastern time, when I say goodbye, that's goodbye. So you can still probably come back on Monday. I don't know what's happening. Do you know how what they're going to do on Monday?
I don't know. I've heard they wanted to do game shows or trivia. I don't know if it's going to be. Yeah, I honestly don't know.
Hey, I don't know either. You know what's funny? I didn't ask. I never got around to asking. But this is why you're here. You're here because you're Hal, and you're here to talk a little sportsy sports. And since this is our this is actually me and your chance to get on Gliss's case about his fantastic baseball team that he has in the fantasy world. Hey, Gliss, can you make this a 3-shot and explain yourself to Hal as you explained to me yesterday what is really going on with you and this team of yours?
I'm sorry. I think I'm having internet connection problems or something.
Sounds like it. You look like you're lagging. Your
I mean,
sound
in
is
the
weird.
standings.
I've talked about it with, on our show before. I think it's just like I've never done fantasy baseball.
You're a
I
fantasy football dude, right?
I do fantasy football, but it's like even that I'm very limited in. Like people ask me to do them all the time, and I say no because I've been in the one that I do. I've been in for 16 years now, and it's a dynasty league.
Yeah.
So this is all new to me, but it sounded interesting, and I wanted to try it. I just haven't put in the effort that I should be putting in. And I actually, the other day, what was it, Wednesday, I think I pulled up my roster while we were on the air and we were talking. And I was, I was noticing that some of my players in my starting lineup were on the, disabled list. And yeah, so I have some work to do. But luckily, I'm going to have more time starting next week. So
Isn't it funny
I
how that
could
works
make
out?
a miraculous comeback here.
UK, look,
There you go.
that's how the world works. You'll end up winning it because you have not had any interest at all in doing it. If
And,
you
and
have
part of it is
interest,
like I don't know a lot about fantasy baseball, and I missed.
Well,
I know you
yeah,
guys did like a thing, and I missed it. So
we had talked about, okay, so you have a ton of injured guys. You need to either
yeah,
release or put them all on the IL, and that's just going to be clicking on them and then switching them to IL. Okay,
right.
and then you will have roster spots open up and pick up people to fill those spots, and you can just click on players, and it'll show you who are the top rated players, and just pick them up. You so you could do it with the least amount of research and blood, sweat, and tears possible.
yeah,
Least try to make a more effort in the coming weeks. So it would be great if I could get myself out of last place. That would be an achievement, I think, for myself
have
at this point.
I have the feeling that you will do just that because let me tell you what's happening with my team. Anthony Rizzo stopped playing baseball for some reason. He still wears a uniform. He's in New York. I've seen him on, but baseball is not important to him anymore.
He started off like a house of fire.
And that's the only reason why I think I'm in second place because Rizzo's bat was so ridiculously hot. But I've got Gurriel from Houston now playing first. So I think I'll be fine because he's really good. He's been balling.
Right
And
on.
I even got I had to grab a couple of Chicago Cubs. I let Christopher Morel go. That was a mistake. I just don't think he can sustain his wild, what is it, 14 game hit streak or 16 game on base streak or something like that. But I picked up Nico Horner, who's their shortstop, who nobody knows about, but he can hit. I mean,
Right on. Grass
he's
puddle, I feel your pain.
3 for 30. Oh, Jesus, 3 for 31 is terrible. Did you get a chance to catch any of the I almost said the Clippers. Huh. Did you get a chance to catch any of the Warriors and the Celtics last night?
Yes, I watched most of it, and I was like, oh, looks like the Warriors are taking game one, and then the Celtics took over and played a different game in the fourth quarter.
Yep. And
Stormed
also,
back.
you got to be able to shoot the ball. And I'm not mad at Draymond for what he said after the game. He's right. They'll never have another night like that again. But the problem is they had one. And they won on the road. And the playoffs don't start until you win a game on the road. So now the playoffs have started.
This series is serious.
It's this. If they play anywhere near what they did last night on Sunday, this could be one of the best finals ever. Problem is, as far as I see it, I don't think the Celtics can do that again. I think Jason Tatum can because he had a terrible trash game. He didn't do anything last night. He'll be fine. But it's 5 guys, 7 at the most that you need to be in it. And I still like the Warriors. I knew the Celtics were going to win, and it wasn't because of the week off. I just thought there's no way that the Celtics are not going to win game 1. There's just no way.
Yesterday on the show, I said Warriors in 5 or 6. Today, I'm changing it. Celtics in 5. Kyle Harlow.
Yeah,
Celtics in 5.
got you on
And
the
then if the Warriors tie the series up, I might go back. I'm gonna change my prediction. I'm gonna Mario. I'm gonna change my prediction with every ball possession.
Sweet. Now that's how you do it. That's how you drive yourself insane. Just do it
Kyle
that way.
Harlow. If you play Kyle Harlow, if you played a drinking game where you took a drink every time I changed my prediction, you'd wind up with alcohol poisoning in the
That's
hospital.
right. You'd
All
be in
right,
the
so
hospital. That's right. That's right. Also real quick, because I know you're ready to turn all this stuff off, and I appreciate you taking time on the show. And all.
no, Mario, I appreciate you, sir. You're one of the meeting you and being able to having our chats, not just about sports, but about what's going on in the world and moments of you and I, like, as we do this, we get to pontificate on like some of these national tragedies. We get to talk about social justice. I've really appreciated your perspective. So it's always a pleasure.
I thank you. As we get ready to round this out, I am my mind still says my liver can't take it. Says Kyle Harlow. No, I don't think anyone's could. That would be too much. I am still curious. In the baseball situation, my team here in Chicago, the beloved White Sox, are. I saw the Phillies fire Joe Girardi today, and I'm like, man, if only Jerry Reinsdorf would just take the ankle monitor off of his boyfriend Tony La Russa so that he can set him free. He will not. He's not going to fire him. La Russa's not going to quit, and it's a mess. And it's everything that could go wrong with a team that should be way better than they are right now, have a better record, and will put
Yeah,
together at least
yeah.
a 5-game win streak. I think their longest winning streak of the year is 6 games.
I'd be happy to be anywhere at LaRussa's age, let alone hosting managing a team.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah,
God bless him, though. He's a Hall of Famer,
yeah. But
great
he's
manager, but
Hall of Fame baseball person.
yes, and I like seeing him have Tim Anderson's back in this
Mhm.
crappy Josh Donaldson situation. But yeah, do you think he might have gotten a little too long in the tooth to be at the
I don't
helm?
think I don't think he should have ever been hired.
Yeah.
That should have been AJ Hinch.
Mm.
That could have been AJ Hinch very easily with this talent and that manager. It's a whole different conversation. Detroit has gone on a winning streak, actually taking care of your Twins handily this week. Swept them, if I'm not mistaken. AJ Hinch knows what he's doing. Tony La Russa, for all the accolades, he is managing the way he managed that 2006 Cardinals team that won the World Series. They won 83 games, and he put that together in the playoffs, and it worked. Health was on his side. Pujols, everybody was doing their job. Not Pujols, because I think he was gone. Everybody was doing their job, and the offense was banging. The defense was spectacular, but they only won 83 games. I asked a friend of mine who has a talk radio show here, a sports radio show here in Chicago, if he thought La Russa might be middling with that 2006 team in his head as to, wow, if I just keep these unhealthy dudes and this terrible lineup going and somehow stay in contention and maybe win 83, 85 games, if I get to the playoffs, I might be able to do something. And he said he thinks that's exactly what he's thinking. And that's
Just
what
trying
the
to
White
bide
Sox
his time to get to that wild card.
is trying to get to the wild card because he knows he can't do it with the talent he has, especially when you got guys who are banged up or on
Yeah, you got Lance Lynn, you got a couple of pitchers on the DL, so
Lloyd,
they're not
Tim
at full
Anderson.
strength. It's a long season. Anything can change. I just hope my Twins don't completely scuffle. Byron Buxton
Man,
has
he
not
can't
been
stand.
hitting the past month.
Yeah, and he if he can't hit, they're done. And Correa can't stay healthy; he's got COVID. If they can't keep those two dudes on the field, I don't know how they're going to do it.
Yeah, yeah. They've got a great hitter who kind of flies under the radar in the name of Louis Arise. Louis
He is
Arise,
a killer.
just an assassin with the bat,
He
and
is
that's
a
all he
killer.
does. He gets on base. He's an on base machine. Doesn't have much power. Doesn't have to speak of. Doesn't really have a ton of speed. But he puts the bat on the ball. There's an old baseball adage: hit them where they ain't. Hit it where they ain't. And that's what he does. He puts that
reminds-
ball into play.
He's like Will Flores with the Giants. You won't see Will Flores in a home run derby. He won't go on anybody's list of top 10 players or anything, but that dude is always somehow, wherever that baseball is, he is there. He manages to stay in a game. So we'll see. Baseball will be interesting. Hal Rudnick, thank you, man, for everything. Thanks for being nice enough to let me invade your show from time to time. And thank you so much, man, for just putting up with my my mouth and my messy brain.
Oh, I mean, takes one to know one. And Mario, thank you for just being such a kind and thoughtful gentleman every time. I appreciate you. And you know what? I'll probably reach out and bug you to drop by the old Twitch show sometime.
Anytime.
And,
I have all kinds of time during the week.
Right on. I appreciate you, Gliss. Good luck getting that team going. Yeah, throw those
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.
I know
Real quick, Hal, I just wanted to say, like, I want to echo what Mario said earlier.
Oh.
I actually am a very big fan of your show. In fact, your Batman character
Yes.
cracks up my 13-year-old. So we'll
Oh.
definitely be checking you out on Twitch as well. So
I
good luck with
appreciate that. I appreciate that. Gliss, it was great to meet you. I got to work with you, in this capacity once as well. And thank you so much. Thanks for being cool. That's one of the nice things.
Sure.
That's one of the nice things about the Backchannel. Grass Puddle saying "Boys of Summer" must continue. Let's do it. Let's bring that back and talk sports as we go along, because I'm a huge fan, and these have been great conversations. Gliss, thank you. Mario, I really appreciate you, man.
Right on, brother. I'll see you around. Don't worry. Anytime you want me to pop up on the old Twitch, let me know. You got my info.
Yes, sir. Thanks, everybody.
Hal Rudnick, thank you, man, so much. Hal Wave, it's a cool dude, to say the least. Thanks to everybody that's watching too. Grass Puddle and Kyle Harlow and Gary and Sharice and Stacy and Jean and Marnie and Damien. Thanks everybody. We really appreciate that. What am I gonna do today? boy, there was we normally we have like things all timed out. We took all the times off today. And let's see, I'm just looking over what do I have here to talk about. Oh, what we should do in the we could do it now, Gliss, if you want. Florida Man.
Your call. I'm good with it. I'm good. I'm ready to go.
I'm curious to see what you have on here. Let's do Florida Man. Before you push the button, just to explain to people, America has a superhero that is the greatest superhero this country has ever produced, and we from time to time liked to take a look at what his adventures were, whether it was fighting off drug addiction with meth or punching people in the face, whatever Florida Man was on. This one is, or taking a poop and announcing it proudly to the world at a store, creating a biohazard. This one does not disappoint. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the adventures of Florida Man. missing was Bugs Bunny cutting Florida off of the United States. We hit everything else though. With
Man,
Florida.
if we had more time, that thing could be like an hour long eventually.
I know it could. That would be the best thing ever. You'd be just like, ladies and gentlemen, time for Florida Man, and then just like make dinner. You know what I mean? Walk away, go ride a bike, come back. The intro still playing. So this one is not to say the other ones have been any less interesting. This is pretty interesting because it covers a subject that I'm very proud of. It's old men fighting each other. This is from Fox 35 in Orlando. Looks like Fox has a line on all the Florida Man stuff. The headline is "I will hit you." Florida man 77 punches friend, also Florida man 84, over golf etiquette at the Villages. I guess that's a place you go play golf down there in Sumter County, Florida. An argument between two men on the green at the Villages over golf etiquette led to one of them facing a battery charge, according to Sumter County deputies. Richard Randall, Florida man 77, entered a not guilty plea for his alleged crime against his 84-year-old friend, also Florida man. Court documents filed in late May confirmed. According to an arrest affidavit, the incident happened between the two golfers on April 29th at De La Vista Golf Course on San Marino Drive. Deputies spoke to a man who was playing golf with both Randall and the friend. Around the fourth hole, the man said the two began arguing, which was something they reportedly did often. The affidavit said the friend told Randall, who was standing on the green near the hole, to move, to which Randall replied, saying he knew the etiquette of the game. They continued to argue, the report stated, and the friend reportedly flipped off Randall. Randall then approached his friend and reportedly said, "Do that again, and I will hit you." The friend flipped him off again, and that's when Randall reportedly punched the man in the face, and the friend fell to the ground. Deputies said the victim was taken to a local hospital with a visibly swollen bruise on the side of his face. Randall was arrested on a charge of battery on a person 65 years or older. But he's 74 years old. They're trying to claim he's ageist. It's good. That is a crappy way for Florida man to go out. Unfortunately, there's no more information about what happened to Randall. But we know he hit an 84-year-old man in the face, and apparently that's frowned upon in Florida. So no more punching 84-year-old men in the face.
Is that a thing? Like, do states have laws for that are different for similar to child abuse, where it's like
I don't know, but this dude is 74 years old. He's an old man himself. He punched a dude 10 years older than him. That takes a lot. You know what? I'd get his ass too for being ageist. How dare you hit your elders? But dude flipped him off twice. I mean, there's only so much a 74-year-old man. He told him, "Hey, if you do it again, I'm gonna hit you."
I mean, he did tell him what he was gonna do.
He didn't sneak up on him with it. Maybe that would be my defense in court. I told him I would hit him if he did it again, Your Honor, and he did it again, right. So I hit him. It wasn't like he didn't know it wasn't coming. That is a really. I'm willing to bet there was some meth involved because it's Florida, so there's always meth.
Always.
That's terrible. Let's take a break, as we are wont to do. Thank you, Florida man, by the way, for never not being entertaining. We will take a break here, and when we come back, we'll do something. It's the Drive with Mario. That sounds so messed up. It's the Drive with Mario Smith here from Chicago, Illinois. We'll be back right after these words. Hey, it's the drive with Mario Smith. It's if I knew how to tell time 3 ways, that's probably why I'm not on the radio and the big iHeart radio thing now. I can only tell time one way. It's 43 minutes. 43 minutes after the hour. Grass Puddle said something very funny. He said, in Florida, you have to protect your natural resource, old people. Oh, Florida. I will not miss not being in that state, but I will miss talking about Florida Man every day. You know, I have an award that I give out on my show. I haven't done it in a long time. It's the Fred G. Sanford Award, the Dummy of the Week. I'm gonna have to try to incorporate that and Florida Man, because Florida Man is the greatest. It's just Superman, he's fine. Batman, sure. Spider-Man, anybody can do that. Florida Man, though, come on. All those bouts of meth, he's amazing. This is the community report for what it's worth. In Dallas, a man who said he was angry at his girlfriend broke into the Dallas Museum of Art on Wednesday and caused more than $5 million in damage to artifacts and other property, according to a police document. Who in the hell was his girlfriend? Do we have a picture of her? Because I've been in love many times, and I've never wanted to go to like the Museum of Science and Industry and just turn up. $5.2 million in damage. Dallas police say they arrested Brian Hernandez. Oh, he's 21. Got it. Wednesday night. Security video showed Hernandez outside the museum's front entrance. You know what's funny? I had the sound of a whip just go through my head when I saw how old he was. It might be a good idea that this is ending today, because Brian Hernandez. Security video showed Hernandez outside the museum's front entrance with a metal chair in hand about 9:40 p.m. Shortly after, he is seen on video in the museum walking from room to room, smashing display cases and the items inside, according to a Dallas police arrest sheet. After he punched the case multiple times, Hernandez grabbed a metal stool and shattered the glass in two pieces within it, a 6th century Greek amphora, and a pot dating to 450 BC, according to the police document. The two items combined were valued at about $5 million, the document says. He also smashed the case and destroyed a Helix Hero case and Nemeon lion statue valued at about $100,000, according to police. The items inside the display cases that were destroyed are rare ancient artifacts that are extremely precious and one of a kind. Hernandez continued through the museum and used a hand sanitizer stand, to shatter the case containing a... What did this girl do to him? He's 21 years old. What could she have possibly done to make him go to a museum? What? Yeah. Well, that's probably what she did. Now that I give it a little thought, yeah, I can see that happening. Man, I really wish we had a picture of her, because if she looks like a mud duck, I'd be really upset with him. You going out like that. She must have been like Janet Jackson or something. But even if Bobby Brown stole Janet Jackson from me, I'm not going to the Art Institute of Chicago and ripping up everything. Go have a beer, dude. You're 21. Come take a deep breath. Do you know how many people live on Earth, Brian Hernandez? Well, it doesn't matter anymore. You owe $5.2 million, sir. Good luck. He was seen on a security camera video destroying other property, including a laptop, a phone, a monitor, 2 wooden display signs. That's what you should have stuck with, the low ticket items. Oh, this poor son of a gun. Hernandez told a guard he got mad at his girl, so he broke in and started destroying property, the document says. He was taken into custody and confessed during an interview with a detective, according to the document. Kenneth Bennett, the museum's director of security and operations, said the total damage was estimated at $5.2 million, which could change. Yeah, that's not good. Pending a final assessment by the museum's curator and insurance, according to the police document. This was an isolated incident perpetuated by one individual acting alone, whose intent was not theft of art or any objects on view at the museum said in a written statement. However, some works of art were damaged, and we are still in the process of assessing the extent of the damages. Close quote. Hernandez was not armed. Yeah, he was. He had a chair. While we are devastated by this incident, we are grateful that no one was harmed, the museum said. Hernandez was booked into the Dallas County Jail on a charge of criminal mischief of greater than or equal to $300,000. His bail has been set at $100,000, according to jail records. County records did not list an attorney who could speak on Hernandez's behalf or want to. He's an idiot. Hey, can you hit that whip again for me? Yeah. Sharice is asking, keep the whip handy. Sharice was asking if his girlfriend worked there or did they meet there. The story doesn't say. Unbelievable. You know, when you're 21 years old and you meet the right one at that age, it could make you want to break into a museum and destroy artifacts. Only two that total at least $5 million. Not me. When I was 21 and I was pretty mentally stable. I did not want to break into anything when my relationship of all time ended. Because I was 21 and I knew there was a whole world out there for me. This poor guy, man, where's he going to get? First of all, he's got to get at least $10,000 to get out of jail. Where's he going to get $5 million from? How does that work out? Was he going to bring her there? Like, hey, look, this is why. So, $5 million. With hey, whatever you got to play today, brother, play it all because it's going down. This is the end. We got there's so much going on. That guy, that's incredible. $5 million. Hey, I saw this morning, Gliss, and I laughed. And I couldn't stop laughing. So I wanted the first thing we talked about today, but we didn't. Employers added 390,000 jobs.
How ironic is that?
I saw it and I could not stop laughing. I'm like, man, what a world. And the unemployment rate remains unchanged. No,
has nothing to do with me. I know that much.
That's right. They didn't add my job. And the unemployment rate is up 13 people. At least 13. Who is it? Jammer Renee, Haley and Allison, Liv, Anthony, Hal.
I think it's like 18 people or something.
18. We'll say 20. It's
somewhere around that. It's like 15, 20, somewhere in that range.
We're going to go with 20. It's 20 people. How dare you say that the rate remains unchanged? It's changed, buddy. It has
changed today.
Yeah, it did. Or at 5 minutes to 6 p.m. Eastern time. It will change. President Joe Biden said Friday's jobs numbers show the U.S. is entering a strong period of sustained economic growth. No, it's not. It's, I need a job now. While acknowledging the pressure Americans are facing from inflation, Biden said the job market is the strongest it has been since shortly after World War II, with more Americans entering the labor force. There's no denying that high prices, particularly around gasoline and food, are a real problem for people. But there's every reason for the American people to feel confident that we'll meet these challenges, Biden said. Because of the enormous progress we've made on the economy, the American people can tackle inflation from a position of strength. Still a problem, but we can tackle it from a position of strength. I can tackle a running back, although he may be a problem, if it's right, from a position of strength, Joe Biden. I can tackle weight loss, though a problem. Hey, gas is $7. I can tackle that. It's a problem, but I have a position of strength. That is the most empty calories statement I have ever heard a president say. Unbelievable. But hey, it's better than a dude that's grabbing people by the you-know-what and doing all kinds of other crazy stuff. I can't imagine. But anyway, I saw that and I just was like, wow, that's perfect for the drive today. Um, man, I saw COVID vaccine and it looked like it said cocaine on this sheet. That's not good. Let me move around. I don't need to get in any trouble on the last day.
Oh my God!
COVID vaccine, not cocaine shots for kids under 5, could be available as soon as June 21st. If you have a kid under 5, man, consider doing it. Oh wow, that's funny. Oh, by the way, man, enough of this reading. I what was I going to say, Gliss? I had something in mind. Can't remember it. Son of a gun. Oh well. When we come back in a little bit, we're going to talk about the Bob's Burgers movie that I am very excited to see. Katie has joined. Andrea has joined us. Stacy, we will miss you too. She says she'll miss you guys. I will miss you guys next week. Yeah, we will miss you too. Don't think we won't. Sharice says, hold on. Sorry. Sharice says, admittedly, I was tempted to wreck my ex-boyfriend's new motorcycle when I was 19, but that was only because he had stolen my rent money to buy the motorcycle, and that is why we broke up. Well, and his new girlfriend, he brought the motorcycle to impress. See, but you didn't have in your mind, Sharice, let me go. Wait a minute, where are you? What's the thing in your town? Sharice, where are you? What part of the country are you in? Katie's in California, by the way. You didn't go to, like, for example, if you were here in Chicago, you didn't go to, like, the Chicago History Museum, right? You're in San Francisco. Okay. You didn't go to the Transamerica building with an axe and start trying to chop it down. You know what I mean? You didn't go to where the Giants play. No, you didn't go to the Golden Gate Bridge with a can of paint. Like, I'm so mad, I'm going to paint the Golden Gate Bridge blue. You didn't do that. You were 19, and if you would have wrecked his motorcycle since he stole your rent money, but that would have been a bad thing to do. Oh, you did live in Chicago. What part of the city did you live in? Because that's always an indicator if you were actually in the city or if you were out. No, we've had a conversation before about Chicago. Yeah. You know your stuff. I'm not trying to mess you up. Grass Puddle says Bob's Burgers is a solid burger movie. I'm with it. I love burgers and I love Bob's Burger. I think that's a great TV show. But we'll talk to you guys today. Don't worry. They'll be got nothing but time now. It's the Drive with Mario Smith here on Backchannel.tv. We'll be back in a little bit with the second hour of the show. Are we going this early? Man, who cares? Let's take a break, man. We'll be right back. I was gonna say you should put a big X through that. Oh man.
Yeah, I didn't want to take the time to edit it out. It's one of the one of the throwbacks.
Yeah, that's a classy bunker there. You can't mess that up. It's the drive with Mario Smith here on backchannel.tv. You lived on Elm. Okay, you were near Streeterville. Nice. Am I right? Streeterville? North Side, Streeterville, something like that. Cool. That's something. I don't know how this is gonna go in my life. I hope to stay in Hyde Park. That's where I live now. I'd love to live in Streeterville. Be downtown. Oh, come on, man. That's yeah. I can do that. I can do that. That would be fine. Checking my email, making sure that I'm not in trouble. And I'm not. Very good. Sing a song. Also checking on something else here. Oh, didn't happen yet. Very good. What was I saying? It's almost 4:00 in Chicago. Whatever time it is where you're at, that's what time it's almost. It's 2 minutes in front of the hour. Katie, hello again in California. Let's do it. We'll just go through. It's the top of the hour. Let's come back on. Say hi to everybody. This is the last time we're gonna do this. Let's we our followers. Hey man. Hey. Yeah.
How's it?
That's right. That's right. It was nice to talk to Hal. That was cool.
It was, yeah. That was good.
That was cool. Yeah, I'm glad we got a chance to do that and to properly say goodbye to him. He has been nothing but a gent, and I look
He's a
forward
funny
to.
guy.
Yeah, he is. Batman is a hit. I'm sorry, I'm untying my shoe. Also, you know what? They must have came. I was expecting an exterminator to come and do some stuff. I did step out earlier today, so he must have come in while I was away, which is fine. It's for my balcony. So when I'm out here sipping on my margaritas at 2:00 in the afternoon, starting next week, getting profoundly
Catch me
daydreaming.
live, Mario on the balcony.
Everybody, go, screaming and yelling and shaking my fist at the sky. No, I thought usually it's like I'm expecting groceries, or somebody will knock on the door, or a fire alarm will go off, or somebody will start a fight in the hallway. None of that stuff happened. It's all good. It's all good. I think we should probably take this part of our show to say thank you to Robert Milazzo. And I so appreciate that he had a belief, particularly, and not exclusively, but particularly in what we were doing, and really wanted it to work out well. And the reason why I got all these lights and I'm sitting up and straight, and he actually made me think about how a presentation, because we were doing Zoom stuff all through COVID, and it was like, okay, hey, I'm off camera because I'm half dressed, I'm drinking coffee, but this is it. I'm glad that the investment was made to make this look and sound really cool. And moving forward, I'll be using the gifts of technology, and Robert was a big part of that, and getting to know him a little bit. Really, really honorable man. I'm glad that I had a chance to meet him, and I hope that relationship bears fruit down the line somewhere. That would be fun to work with him again.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for him. He's the one that gave me this opportunity and linked me up with you. And as you kind of pointed out earlier, we met like 2 weeks before the show virtually, and it was pretty much like we hit the ground running, and kind of everything that we've done in the last 6 months has kind of grown off of that organically. So that's
all him.
Yeah,
that's all him, man. He made it clear from the beginning that he was interested in us doing the best show that we could possibly do, which we were interested in as well. And even though it has my name on it, again, it's a team effort. You know what I mean? And because I already know what I do, I just didn't know I was able to do this in this way, and now that I know I can do it, I have to figure out a way to do more of it. So, thank you, Robert. Thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate you and Ziad and everybody that I met, especially Rachel, because Rachel has to put up with Mario, and she knows why. And thank you, Rachel, a million times. Thank you. So this my goodbye later on is going to be really brief. I'm not because we've been saying goodbye all week. But I do want to just say I hope that when you watch things like this, that you'll think about how we need to focus and put the attention back on being honest with each other and being earnest about making this world we live in a better place, knowing that there are forces afoot, man-made people that are trying to shut us down, people like us. This fight is far bigger than me running my mouth on this platform. It's really about everybody and how we are going to make it or not. And this is a good time to figure out how we're going to make it, and we can do that by having these conversations and these uneasy discussions, and be solution based, and really try to figure out how we can make this a better situation for everybody without getting all sappy and stuff, because I know this will get played a million years from now on YouTube, and somebody will see me somewhere drunk and I go, "Hey, why aren't you the guy from YouTube? I remember what you..." Yeah, look, the fact of the matter is we all have a job to do, and all we were trying to do here on this show was just get everybody ready to work, and that's what we did. At least that's what I like to think that we did. Let's take a short break. We come back, we'll do the entertainment report, what's left of it, and we'll talk about Bob's Burgers and all that cool stuff. Thank you all again so much for checking us out. This is Backchannel.tv's last day. And this is the last show on it. So we're going to go out with a bang or something like that. It's The Drive with Mario Smith from Chicago. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back to The Drive. I should have went and got it while I had a commercial break. My phone's about to die, and nobody's calling me. Tom Cruise has done it again. Top Gun so far, well, its opening weekend earned $248 million in the global box office. The sequel to this movie is 36 years in the making. Tom Cruise doesn't look like he has aged terribly much. Um, I have to go see Top Gun Maverick, I guess. He's playing the same character, Pete Mitchell. He's in the same bomber jacket that he wore in the original film. Um, but there's some things in the movie that are interesting. Two of the flag patches representing Japan and the Republic of China, the official name for Taiwan, appear to have been replaced by other emblems. The movie was criticized at the time as an act of self-censorship to please China's censors. Beijing sees Taiwan as self-ruling democracy of 24 million people as an inalienable part of its territory and lashes out at any reference to it as a sovereign nation. On the film's release last month, after a 2-year pandemic delay, both flags had been restored. At an advanced screening in Taipei, the audience broke out in cheers and applause at the sight of the Taiwanese flag on the big screen. Local news outlet SETN reported the Paramount Pictures film has broken box office records in Taiwan, raking in over 100 million Taiwan dollars, 3.4 million USD, in its opening week. Taiwanese moviegoers say they were heartened by the flag's appearance. The ROC flag has always been suppressed by China all over the world. Of course, it is both surprising and a joy to see the ROC flag in a Hollywood blockbuster. Had a problem there. Rex Su, a software engineer from Taiwan, told NBC News, "I sincerely hope the world can see more of the ROC flag so that we are not isolated from this world." Hollywood frequently abides by Beijing's sensitivities to gain access to and reap profits from the lucrative Chinese market. Last year, Fast and Furious actor John Cena apologized profusely in Mandarin to his Chinese fans for calling Taiwan a country during a publicity tour for the latest film in the franchise. Experts say the inclusion of the Taiwanese flag in Top Gun Maverick may suggest a shift in Hollywood away from its culture of deference to China's red lines. Quote, "There have been several recent instances of big budget U.S. films not getting into the Chinese market. Studios are aware of this and are making business decisions," said Ann Kokas, an associate professor of media studies at the University of Virginia and author of Hollywood Made in China. Hollywood's blockbusters, including the Marvel films Eternals and Shang-Chi, The Legend of the Ten Rings, have been kept from Chinese screens after directors or actors involved in the films made comments critical of China. The Chinese tech giant Tencent had said in 2019 that it was investing in the Top Gun sequel. It later pulled out over concerns that its support for a film with strong pro-U.S. military themes would anger officials in the ruling Communist Party. The Wall Street Journal reported last week, citing people familiar with the financing. NBC News has requested comment from Paramount Pictures as well as Tencent offices in China, where it was a public holiday on Friday, and Los Angeles. With Top Gun Maverick not expected to be released in mainland China, filmmakers had greater flexibility in decision-making, Kokas said. Particularly for a film like Top Gun Maverick, a tribute to the U.S. military released in time for the Memorial Day holiday in the U.S., there is a clear incentive to play to the film's most reliable audience, constituencies, she said, and it appears to have paid off financially. That movie, besides being a gigantic propaganda movie, is apparently a really, really good flick that more than one
very
person.
good.
Yeah, you saw.
I took the kids to see it last night. We saw The Late Show. The two teenagers. I loved it. It was. If you like the original, they do tons of callbacks. In fact, like the first opening, the whole opening sequence and all that stuff is literally the same opening for the movie. With Danger Zone and the Hans Zimmer slow build in the background with the jets
They play
taking off.
Danger Zone?
Oh yeah. The whole opening sequence is literally just
Frame by frame. Wow.
Yeah, like a remake of the original, and it kind of sets the tone because they do a lot of kind of callbacks to the original film, and they do it really well. Though it's not like I didn't think it was overkill. It was blended in really well with the story, and yeah, I just think it was like it's what you. If you're gonna go to the movies, that's what you want to see. It's like that, it's how entertainment should be. Totally kept me on the edge of my seat for 2 hours and 15 minutes. The story was pretty good. The acting was good. So yeah, it was a good time. Like I would definitely watch that movie again.
I need to go see. I just movies. It's like why? And then I don't go, and then everybody's like, "Brad, have you seen Star Wars?" I'm like, yeah, when I was 10. Oh man, but movies have gotten so much better since then. What was the last? I can't even tell you the last time I went in a movie theater, like for real. Oh, that's bad.
I used to work at a movie theater.
But see, that would be the gig. Maybe that's what
It
I'll
was
do.
fun. I was a projectionist. It was back when they actually before it was digital. We got to build the movies and
Maybe I'll do that. Maybe
Thursday nights. It was Thursday nights were the best time because the prints would usually come in around 1 or 2 o'clock, and then you'd spend most of the afternoon kind of building the movies, and then you gotta screen them. So after all the movies ends, 11, 12 o'clock at night, you got to take all the new movies and go watch them, and
Wow.
that's a pretty good job.
I'm old. I'm
Watching a brand new movie in in an empty theater by yourself at 2 o'clock in the morning. It's a pretty fun job.
I think the worst. I'm old enough now where I could be the greeter at Walmart. Maybe I should take into account that maybe I should consider working at a movie theater. Come on in, kids. No necking in the theater, kids. Rotten Tomatoes has given the Bob's Burgers movie an 86% on the tomato meter. The audience score is higher; it's a 91. Bob's.
All right.
I love this show. The TV show, The Belchers, are hilarious. It is right up there for me with Rick and Morty, and like that. Sometimes they will just change animators. Like the frame will be one way, or the shots will be one way, and then there'll be completely different drawings of the same characters. I love this show a lot. It's well
Such
written.
a good show. It's so
Yeah.
underrated. Like I mean, it's
Super
just
underrated.
it's one of the best animated shows of all time, in my opinion.
I could not agree with you more. I think it is. It says something about American television that some of the best shows of all time are animated.
Yeah.
and
Sure.
it's the idea that people can really write, and they write well, and it's intelligent, and it's beautiful, and it's super funny.
The
And
characters are so strong in that show too. Like every single one of those characters is just incredibly entertaining.
Yeah, it makes for great television, and I'm looking for that. This is a movie that I'm looking forward to see. Some of the reviews in this feature length, helping the plain visual style and the jabbering humor become a little exhausting, partly because the storyline with Bob and his family trying to save their burger joint from going bust is overstretched. That's from some character in the UK. Adam Mullins Khatib from here in Chicago at the Chicago Reader. Bouchard and collaborator Nora Smith pen a fast and witty script, leaving few breaths absent of side jokes and offhanded puns. The pacing of the film drives straight forward. The Bob's Burgers movie proves that more of the same is sometimes the very best thing. That's Charisse Lowry from the UK, from The Independent, like Trent Krim on Ted Lasso. By the way, no more Ted Lasso after this season. This is it. I'm not happy with that news. I like Ted Lasso.
I love Ted Lasso.
I mean, come on. Why kill Ted Lasso? I get it, though. I get it.
I think sometimes it's like like TV shows have gotten so good, like when the ones that are a hit. But you can kind of see like at some point, I think TV shows now, the way that they do them, they're almost more like drawn out movies. Like you have to they have to have a short, it's like sitcoms, like successful sitcoms in the 80s and 90s. Like it was successful if you were like 7 to 10 seasons.
Right.
I think you can't really do that with a lot of shows nowadays. Just like a show I really like on Netflix, Ozark.
I don't think you can
finish the 4th season, and and apparently that's it. And it was a great show, but I can see why they brought it to an end.
When I saw Killer Mike on Ozark, I was like, Killer Mike is the truth. I'm like, they about to take Ozark off the air forever, aren't they? They let the most real human being ever on it. I'm like, yeah, that's it for Ozark. Good times. Thank you. But Ted Lasso, man,
Yeah, that's a bummer.
I mean, I think I was drawn in. I like Jason Sudeikis a
Oh,
lot.
me too. He's one of my favorites.
Super funny, really good writer, all that stuff. So I was drawn in because he was involved in it, and I'm a big soccer fan, so that really kind of got my interest. But the show is really not about that, and it was refreshing during the pandemic to watch something that gave you a little bit of hope and put a good
Yeah.
feeling in your body. And it was like this is how it's supposed to go. This is that feeling I've been missing. Looking forward to seeing how they reason out these characters, um, and this the love interests and things like that. Should be fun. And shout out to them and congratulations. Three. Hey man, they made it to 3 seasons. We made it to 82 episodes. How about that?
Well, in TV, I mean that maybe around
Is
3 or 4 seasons. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, what? It's usually like 9 to 12 episodes.
Yeah, but they didn't make it to 82.
That's right.
Ha.
Yeah, if we take into account episodes, we might have beat them.
We did. We are better than Ted Lasso. Not really.
All right.
Hey, thank you. We won. We did more shows than Ted Lasso did. Wait till I meet Jason Sudeikis. I'm gonna go, hey man, how many episodes you guys do? We did 2.
Yeah, he's awesome. Jason Sudeikis, Jason Bateman, and
Mhm.
Paul Rudd are like my 3 favorite people in Hollywood.
I can see that. Sudeikis did a lot of training here in Chicago at Second City and other places, improv and stuff. He's just a very funny dude, man. And
He is.
Listening to how he talks about the success of this show, I don't think anybody was expecting it to do that, but he is so rooted in being creating a good product, and it's admirable. And I definitely feel him on a lot of stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah. Hey Katie, how you doing? She's joined the stream. No name, I'm gonna miss you the most because you've been consistent, and you're not just on this show, you're on all the shows. No name, thank you for your service. Andrea in Florida is here. You missed us talking about Florida man, Andrea, but you know what it is. Why would we even try to explain to you what Florida man is? You're well aware. Probably know Florida man. He's a dashing superhero. Okay, the last Dylan T. Pickles Unipiper, I remembered it, sports segment is coming up. It's the Drive with Mario Smith. That's the last. You know what, Gliss? The gas prices caught up with us. That's how this. We ran out of gas. Gas is too high. The rent and gas are too damn high. We'll be back in just a moment. Please stay tuned. It's the Drive with Mario Smith here on Backchannel.tv. Welcome back to the Drive with Mario Smith here on Backchannel.tv. It's time for the Dylan T. Pickles Unipiper Sports Report. And to you, I will present it. And yeah, sports. Not just any kind of sports, mind you, but the sportsy sports. Last night, the NBA Finals. Man, listen, I don't know how they did it. I really don't. But I knew they would do it. Boston Celtics came out last night, and they legit gave the Golden State Warriors everything that they wanted. Warriors had a week off. The Celtics didn't. The Warriors had a week off. The Celtics looked like they hadn't until the fourth quarter. When the fourth quarter came, they outscored Golden State 40-16 in the fourth quarter. Mr. Curry played well. Not many of the other Warriors did. In this final, Mr. Curry and company may really want to consider showing up for every one of these games, because you know who's really ready to play? The Boston Celtics are. I think if I said this earlier today, if this game Sunday is as good as I think it's going to be, we might be in. And I'm a Bulls fan, God knows. But we might be in for one of the greatest finals of all time, and definitely in this era, where basketball is much faster and dudes are doing stuff with their bodies playing basketball that they never did before. But watching just a bunch of threes, a barrage of threes from people who don't shoot threes often. Al Horford, 6 threes. I don't think he's going to do that again. I think he's going to try, but I don't think he's going to do that again. For what it's worth, and nobody will care because we're going off the air forever. I like that sounds so bad. I like Golden State to win on Sunday, and I like them to win by 10 points. I think Steph Curry is going to freak out. And that's exactly why they won in Grass Puddle. Boston won because they scored more points than they allowed. Their defense was on everything. They clamped down on everybody else, and they let Curry go off. And that's not a bad philosophy. If Clay isn't cooked, which he may not be, but he doesn't look the same, I think next year he'll be back to really being that guy. But if Clay is not cooked in this game, they win. If Draymond has half a game, they win. If Jordan Poole decides he wants to play basketball again, they win this game last night. Boston played defense, though. They shut them down, man. And Curry couldn't hit it. What, he didn't have a shot in the third quarter or something like that? Somebody, or the team didn't shoot in like the whole third quarter. Some weird stat from last night. I still like them, though. I have no reason not to. I think that they're going to win this series. I think they're going to win it in 6 games. I think when they get out of that building, because they're going to win this game Sunday, get to Boston, it's a whole different series. And we'll see. I did like what I saw last night, though. Very exciting.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to see to kind of, get myself interested again in watching this series. And
Right.
I mean, that's what you got to do playing a team against the Warriors on the road. You got nothing to lose. You want to get out there and get that first win and put a little bit of pressure on them because,
Oh, for sure.
yeah, it changes the series when you can get one of those first 2 games. And I definitely expect Golden State to come out. There's such a core. Their core has such a veteran group of guys that have been there, done that before. You'd expect them to come out and probably win big on Sunday. But man, if Boston can hang around somehow and make that game interesting, then Golden State's going to start feeling some pressure. And also, that was the greatest sports analysis ever by Grass Puddle.
Yeah, that's perfect. I mean,
I wish there was someone like at ESPN or some that just did that every time they came on camera.
Yeah.
That was like
and not because they played defense.
They scored more points than the other team.
Yeah, they put more points in the bucket than the other team did. Back to you. What? That's right. You heard me. Yeah, the way these things tend to play out, particularly that game lasted. First of all, it started late, and it was like forever. I'm like, yo, my eyes are getting so heavy. I really must.
I've always wondered about that, like, because I live on the West Coast, obviously, and like
It's
it's
painful.
it's a whole different thing. And like people out west always complain about, in particular, like in college athletics, like the East Coast bias.
Yeah.
It's like, well, the games aren't on until 11 o'clock. Like, if you have to, if you're trying to watch the Ducks and Stanford play a football game and it starts at 11 o'clock on the East Coast, like, I
You know
can,
what? Though? I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't seem to mind it so much for college basketball and college football because I like a late game
yeah,
in that context. But
it's different for sure.
yeah, starting games on the East Coast or that, like, okay, that game in California was at 6 p.m. That's early.
Yeah,
That's an
yeah,
early game.
yeah.
And it's like, man, I don't know.
And not only that, I mean, there's definitely a difference because it's the NBA and it's a nationally televised game, and there's just so much more going on behind the scenes in terms of endorsements and all those kind of things. Like I remember, I think I told you, like my wife and I, when our oldest son was really really little, we had season tickets for 5 seasons. It was 2007 through the lockout season. And man, 7 o'clock game. That's typically when the Blazers start. I think the only West Coast team, I think it's the two LA teams, and I think the Warriors usually do 7:30 tip off. But most of the teams on the West Coast do a 7 o'clock Pacific tip off, and most games, be over by like 9:30. When it was a nationally televised game, like a TNT game or an ESPN game, like we knew we weren't getting home till midnight because
Right.
it's just different. Like when it's a nationally televised broadcast, there's just so much more packed in terms of like what the league is presenting for the broadcasts.
Right.
The game starts a half an hour later, and when they say 7:30 tip off, it's really usually about 7:45. And then there's probably 20 extra, commercial breaks and all that stuff.
Oh
So
my
those
gosh.
games drag out for a long time.
I kept going. I know that the NBA raked in like $1.5 billion in advertising in this past year. But I'm like, you don't have to show gratitude right now. Can I just see the game?
I know. I just want to see the game. No,
Game.
that's the greatest thing about soccer. Is that in soccer, like you literally just get to watch the game. Like that is like one thing that no sport will ever touch soccer with.
Not in
is
that
like,
regard.
Yeah, they could. I don't care. They can run advertisements at the bottom or the Mercedes-Benz scoreboard or whatever. Like I don't care because
Right.
I'm still watching the game, and that is the greatest thing in sports in terms of being a TV viewer.
One of the things that turned me on to it, besides playing it, was on the chance I got a chance to watch it. I'm like, there are no commercials. Oh, perfect.
Yeah, and you just get to get into it. Like, you get the flow of it, the rhythm. There's no like interruptions or anything like that. It's
No
pretty
timeouts, none of that, unless somebody gets their head split open. It sounds terrible. But yeah, it definitely is one of the reasons why I am so drawn to it, because I can watch a whole match and I know I'm gonna I won't miss anything.
Yeah.
There's no chance of me having to take a break. No, because it's two halves. Hockey, kind of the same way. They show more. I mean, they show a fair amount of commercials in hockey, but 3 intermissions. So you can have all that crap during the intermission.
Right. Yeah.
And I will be back, and I will still be in the game. Looking forward to watching more of these Stanley Cup playoffs too. I'm having a good time watching those. Although my Kraken aren't in it, and my Blackhawks are nowhere near being in the playoffs ever again. Speaking of people who really don't need to play basketball anymore, although we weren't, LeBron James, 4 NBA championships, 3 Olympic medals, 18 All-Star appearances. The first active NBA player to achieve billionaire status. Forbes reported yesterday that following an incredibly lucrative year, raking in just over $121 million, James has officially become a billionaire. The breakthrough makes the 37-year-old player's nickname King James, oh my God, all the more fitting. Michael Jordan, often referred to as the greatest player to ever take the court, is the richest athlete of all time, according to an earlier Forbes article. But even he didn't break $1 billion until after he had retired from the NBA. Jordan currently sits at a new worth of $1.7 billion, down from $2.1 billion in 2020, attributed to endorsements with Nike, Gatorade, and Hanes, as well as his investment in the Charlotte Hornets basketball team. James's basketball career has brought in more than $385 million, according to Forbes. But the lion's share of his wealth comes from his business ventures and endorsements, including with Nike, Walmart, Beats by Dre, and the Blaze Pizza chain. I've never heard of Blaze Pizza.
Me either.
When James was first drafted by the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2003, he signed a 4-year, $18.8 million contract, according to Spot Rack. An online sports finance tracker. That salary more than tripled when he resigned with the Cavaliers for another, or resigned with the Cavaliers for another 4 years in 2007. The LA Lakers signed James for a whopping $153 million in 2018 and recently re-signed him for another 2 years at $85.7 million, a base salary of just under $44.5 million. But King James doesn't keep his money to himself. In 2004, James founded the LeBron James Family Foundation to better the lives of children in his hometown of Akron, Ohio. The foundation teamed up with Akron Public Schools in 2018 to open the I Promise School, geared toward helping at-risk students and their families in Akron. And he does a lot of philanthropy. He is not, I mean, he can flash up with anybody, but he is definitely building the after LeBron James basketball player part of his life. And it looks pretty good too. And that school, the I Promise School, is amazing. I'm down with that. I tend to like him more not playing basketball, which is weird because I like watching him play and all. But
yeah, he's in Hollywood now, man. He should start a.
Yeah, why not? That'll work. Hey, I know he's your next door neighbor. Phil Knight's talking about buying the Portland Trailblazers.
I know. I heard about that. I mean, it makes sense.
I thought it would have happened a long time ago.
I know, right? Yeah, I mean, Paul Allen, when he was alive, was a very, very big sports enthusiast. He went to a lot of the games, even though he was really quiet. So I think, he didn't want to let go of that. And I can definitely see Phil Knight as the owner of the Trailblazers. I don't, we'll see what happens. The Blazers are kind of coming out, kind of squashing it like, oh, well, the team's not really for sale yet and whatever. But I mean, $2 billion plus seems like a good offer. Someone who has very, very solid Northwest. I mean, if you, I can't think of anybody who's more influential in the Northwest in terms of, how he started, the company out of the University of Oregon and all that stuff, and what he's done for both University of Oregon and Oregon State here. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, he puts a lot of money into things in the Northwest, and obviously Nike has all the money in the world. So it would make a lot of sense.
I got all my money. So, yeah, I would be part owner of the Blazers when this all happens. I hope that happens. So that would be really cool. That would change the dynamic of that team, I think.
Yeah.
It would make them sign Dame Lillard to one of those "you're never leaving here" contracts. That's for sure. Because I think that would be number one. Would they be trying to get a new building, you think?
I don't know. Like we originally known as the Rose Garden. A lot of people still call it that here. It was built in '94, I think. And, it's undergone a lot of renovations over the years. It's still in pretty good shape. It's still a really nice building. But yeah, it would be interesting to see, if there was a change there. Nike would probably be, I think there's a lot of interesting things kind of happening behind the scenes with that, because I think the city has a lease with the Blazers that's up in 2024. So this is all kind of coming to an intersection at the same time. Yeah. So, it could be interesting to see what happens there. If a company like Nike gets involved and they purchase Blazers, they might be like, hey, we want to build a new state-of-the-art
Right.
stadium, and there's been a big push for Major League Baseball here as well. That they've been working on several sites. The Portland Diamond Project, who Russell Wilson, quarterback of the Broncos, is involved with his wife and has been kind of backing. So be interesting to see what happens here over the next decade or so with sports here, because I mean Portland is like, it's kind of a small town, big city,
Yeah.
but it's also like, I think sometimes we sell ourselves short. We have the Blazers, and obviously the Timbers are huge here, even though soccer is not the biggest sport in the world, or in America at least. But I think we're like the 22nd medium market. I mean, there's much smaller cities like Pittsburgh that have 3-4 professional sports franchises. So
Correct.
it would definitely be cool to see the sports scene grow out here in Portland, and Nike getting involved, I think, could propel that.
I also think if Nike gets involved with Portland, that means that Seattle franchise is coming.
Yes, and that's a positive thing. I mean, like they were, that was like a big ride. They called it the I-5 rivalry.
That
with
was
the
a
Sonics.
huge thing.
Yeah, in the early '90s, man, like
Yeah.
the Sean Kemp, Gary Payton teams versus the Drexler and Porter teams in Portland. But I would love to see the Sonics back.
There's no reason for them to not be back. They take them out of Oklahoma.
I think it'll happen.
I think it's going to happen sooner than later. But that
think so,
Oklahoma
too.
City franchise, bring it back to Seattle. Stop playing. Kevin Durant can go there. He can finish his career where he started it in Seattle.
there you go.
That'd be great. That's it for sports. On this day in 1992, that was a real dramatic end to the sports segment. On this day in 1992, Democratic presidential candidate Bill Clinton plays his saxophone on the Arsenio Hall show. You know, the dude that says Arsenio Hall. I went to a broadcasting school where he was one of the teachers. It was like he was in
that's cool.
California. Yeah, you would think it was.
Maybe not so much.
No, he was very mean.
Is he just kind of full of himself, or?
Yeah, it was just like everybody sucked except for him.
Yeah, he thought he was everything.
Yeah. So that's why every time I'm on the radio and I do something, I just go, ha ha, dude. I'm still there. On this day in 2012, Tiger Woods' 73rd PGA Tour victory equals Jack Nicklaus's record. And in 2016, after a 32-year battle with Parkinson's disease, 3-time world heavyweight champion boxer and one of my heroes, Muhammad Ali, died at the age of 74. Birthdays on this day. In 1945, golfer Hale S. Irwin won the U.S. Open in 74 and 79. He's 77 years old. Al Horford, no wonder he flipped out last night. His birthday is today. He's 36 years old. And Rafael Nadal, might win the French Open. He's 36 today as well. In music history, Light My Fire by The Doors enters the U.S. Top 40 chart in 1967. In 1976, Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen is certified gold. And in 2000, Tim McGraw and Kenny Chesney are arrested in Buffalo, New York after Chesney rode off on a mounted police officer's horse. And McGraw allegedly attacked sheriff's deputies. Both were acquitted on all charges the following May. Is that
not? Yeah, that's true. And it's funny too, because I think both of those guys are thought of as kind of just like, chill guys in the country scene. Like, but does that not sound like a Florida Man story?
Man,
if it wasn't like two of the biggest country superstars of all time.
That is Florida Man all day. Florida Man arrived in Buffalo, New York, and he and his partner, Florida Man, stole a horse.
Stole a mounted police horse. Like,
that's
man,
hilarious. That sounds like half baked. You know what, man? Let's do the last. Did you know? How about it? Hey,
let's do it.
Did you know? Let's go. Hey, I don't know. I know you don't know any of these, although you wrote all of them down. Did you know an average pencil is capable of drawing a line 35 miles long? How do they know that?
I feel sorry for the person that had that job.
Yeah. Hey, did you know if you're average, you have only 13 pain-free days per year?
I'm above average, I guess.
I guess so. Did you know only 63% of dads carry a life insurance policy in case of emergency? Did you know? Oh, how the hell does Readers? Did you know, according to Reader's Digest, road rage happens most often on Friday afternoons at 5:10 p.m.
Damn it, we just missed it.
Just missed it.
It just we should have had a moment of silence for all the road rage happening all over the world.
Wow. Did you know a nurse and a teacher are the two professions tied as more stressful than any other? I've taught classes stressful. Did you know, according to a sleep study, if you have trouble sleeping, experts say you should try wearing sunglasses 2 hours before bedtime? Shut up.
It's like,
you know about
Corey Hart? Was his
I wear my
birthday?
sunglasses at night? Yeah. Did you know about 27% of us are so impatient we eat food at the grocery store that we haven't paid for yet? You know, I haven't seen anybody do that in a long time. My sister used to eat she'd buy a bag of grapes and eat them in the store. I'm like, what are you doing? We're in the store. This is supposed to leave the store.
Like, we have to weigh those, right?
Right. Are we paying for those? Because that's silly. I'm so stupid. I'm little. I didn't know. Did you know 51% of women believe their friends intentionally sabotage their diets? How do they know that? I'm going to miss this most of all, I think. Did you know, according to a recent survey, 25% of American homeowners say you have to spend at least $1,000 or more to get a good bed mattress? Close. Thanks, Donald Trump, but not. You may have been told at some point in your life that you're either left-brained or right-brained. The story goes that people who are left-brain dominant are more quantitative, logical, and analytical, while right-brained individuals are more emotional, intuitive, and creative free spirits. Right Psychology Today. However, this theory isn't true. On the contrary, most behaviors and abilities require the right and left sides of the brain to work together to achieve a common objective, the website explains. So while you may have certain qualities and characteristics that define who you are, they have nothing to do with which side of your brain you use more. You can thank both sides of your noggin. I love when people use the word noggin, for contributing to your unique personality. Well, Gliss, this is it, buddy. You got anything you want to add to the situation here?
Yeah, just this.
Oh, I never want this night to end! Oh, it ended.
That's hilarious.
And Linda Belcher with yeah.
Yes. Tim says, I'm going to miss your perspective on all these topics. You may see me again, Tim. Don't worry. Gliss, man, look, this has been really cool. And before we go to front of mine, I just want to tell you, thank you, brother. I'm glad I made a new friend, and
Me too.
the Gliss family is listening now. So I'm super happy that we got a chance to do all this. This was really cool. This was a very interesting 6 months and a really weird ass 2 weeks. But thank you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you. It's been awesome getting to like I said before. Just we got to build this friendship organically out of this show every day with everybody else who checked in, and all that was very real. And it's been a great experience. I only wish that it was gonna last longer, but it's been fun,
to say the least. Thank you, man. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have Front of Mind for the last time. It's The Drive with Mario Smith here on Backchannel.tv. We'll be right back after these words. Tonight's Front of Mind is from my mind. this is a little bit different. And normally we read a story to uplift and give you something to think about during the times you're hanging out with your family or your friends, or you're at a water cooler if they still do that. I want to just say thank you. Thank you to I almost said front channel. Yeah. Thank you to Backchannel.tv, the folks at Volley and Amazon, for making this a very unique experience for all of us. For me, for Haley and Allison, for Jam and Renee, for Liv, for Anthony Davis, for Travis, Sarah, and Gliss, and all the producers of all the shows. We all did everything that we could to make this work. It's not on us. We're not upset about it. We're happy. We're happy that we had a chance to come together and do this thing. I'm super happy you got a chance to check out Chicago, Illinois from a completely different perspective than you get when you watch the news every night. They make my city sound super dangerous. It's tough living anywhere in America these days. Chicago's the best. I wouldn't trade living here for anything in the world. If it's anything that I've learned about losing a job, is that there's always another job to get and another job to do. I've got podcasts. I've got a radio show. I still write poetry. I host shows. I'll be busy. I'll be doing my thing. You'll probably see me again someplace. But what you won't see is what we've done here at Backchannel. This was one of the most unique situations ever put together, pretty much without a net. And we all did it. And we did it with love. Tonight, as we sign off, and my nose, just like it did the first show, continues to itch. As we sign off, we want to thank everybody for watching us and checking us out, listening to us on your Echo devices, watching us, telling your friends about us, hanging out with us, being part of the shows with us. We learned something about each other. We got a chance to talk about what was really happening in this world. We laughed. I'm sure some folks cried. We did everything we could, all of us at Backchannel, to make this an experience you wanted to come back to every day. From the third largest city in the United States of America, Chicago, Illinois, where the sun is comfortably out, which means I get to hop on my bike and ride around. For the last time, on behalf of everybody at Backchannel.tv, have a great, great, great everything. And thank you for watching. Be well. Peace.